Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports TV.
What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV. I appreciate everybody for checking with me. Right now, we got ourselves a hell of a topic. We had ourselves a wonderful day, too. It's been a whirlwind with all of the free agency mess, and then you got trades popping off. I mean, you got trades dominating like it's free agency. I don't know what the hell is going on. I forgot it was the trade deadline. You know, I thought it was free agency. All these damn trades going down. It's wild. But nonetheless, Liangelo Ball has stolen headlines. That ball boy, like you always know, he always do. He will steal the show come Summer League. Las Vegas just got more grand. I'm telling you, it's going down. I heard rumors. I heard inklings. You know, it's just, it was hard for me to just stand on something. You understand? Pause. You know, it was hard for me to just, get things situated with this situation. I wanted something concrete. And today, concrete information came out. You understand? And the whole world knows now that Liangelo Ball will take that stage. It was a method to the madness the whole time. Lavar Ball had Jello out there running the point guard position. When they said they was moving him to point, y'all thought things was a joke. Liangelo Ball went out there, upped his performance game in and game out. Points, rebounds, assists. Out there doing things in different positions. I told you, moving to the point guard position, he's going to be asked to do different things on the floor. He will be put in different situations. Those situations will be highlighted come Summer League when he will be put in different situations. They just had somebody go down. Book night is down. They're down a guard. Who the hell been working damn near as a guard? Liangelo Ball working with the Bone Collector. You already know what it is. We had him here at Flight Sports TV for an exclusive sit down. He told us all about it. We knew this was coming. Now it's time to execute. It's execution time now, and it ain't gonna be a goddamn thing anybody's gonna be able to do about it. It's Flight Sports TV. We got a star-studded panel. We got a star-studded chat or access. What's the deal, Dex? Talk to the people. We live.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Flight Sports TV, the machine, the voice of the voiceless, the people's champ, the hottest shit in these streets. We verified, we certified, we elevated, we giving you quality content on a daily basis. We do not skip a beat. We do not skip a day. Flight putting out hard work, doing diligent research in order to give you this kind of content that you don't see on an everyday basis. And shout out to the panel and all of the aggregated talent and content creators that come through here and share their takes with all of you. Shout out to the cacophony that goes down in the castle of consortium and our chat. One of the hottest, if not the hottest chat in this whole YouTube landscape. One of the only columns where the panel could be talking about one thing and the chat can be talking about another thing, and we have two bonfires going on at the same time. How rare and unique is that? Shout out to everybody that choose to rock with us, because there's many things that you can do on this earth. 196,940,000 square miles. but you chose to rock out with Flight Sports TV. Salute to you and salute to all your positive endeavors, good vibes, and high frequencies. That's what we do. 2022 is a year of celebration. Flight, there has been a shaking
I'm telling you.
in the NBA landscape, a massive quake of epic proportion. Things are crumbling and things are rising. Who are the pretenders and who are the contenders? We will get into that as we stream along tonight. But first and foremost, you looking at it, Lavar Ball. You looking at his middle son, G3, G Honcho, 8 Ball. Liangelo Ball. And the transformation that he has went through and has undergone and is still in the phase of completion. Liangelo Ball has evolutionized his basketball game live, in color, in 3D, right in front of us, without skipping a beat. Listen how what I'm finna tell you here. Our boy Liangelo Ball has been known to be a sniper. He has proven that he can put that ball in the bucket no matter where he at on the court, and especially from a distance. He got one of the fastest shots in the NBA. He got one of the most purest form as well in the NBA. There's nothing quirky about Liangelo's form and definition when he shoots that ball. When he releases that ball, a lot of times we just feel that it's like money in the bag. You feel me? So the difference now, the new and improved Liangelo Ball, is that he have added to his repertoire. He have added to his arsenal. And that is being trained by one of the better ball handlers that we have ever seen, especially in the underground circuit. The Mr. Bone Collector himself, the legendary icon. We have seen Liangelo Ball become a well-rounded player right before our eyes. And listen, Lavar and Liangelo were so confident enough that they can pull this off. They displayed all of it. Good, bad, indifference, freakishness, fantastic, and flaws right before our eyes in the Drew League. He didn't go into no conclave. He didn't do this under the shroud of secrecy. He exposed every aspect of his transition to us. And you know what? We at Flight Sports TV, we appreciate that. So we're not here to pick him apart. We are here to be a part of that Humpty Dumpty put back together again. And we're going to witness that in the Summer League. And we're going to continue to witness that in the Drew League. And maybe, just maybe, tentatively, LaMelo Ball might be on his side. So you can have also Curtis Hollins is back in town. So we might have Kurt, LaMelo, EJ, as well as Liangelo front and center for the BBB Drew League. And wow, wouldn't that be spectacular?
I'm telling you, it sure would. We got Unstoppable live from Chicago. What's the deal? Unstoppable, talk to the people. We live.
Yo. What's up, you fight, Beck? The chat.
Appreciate you, Unstoppable. We got a lot of things going on right now, with Liangelo Ball. You see the news that just happened today. The Hornets have released this summer league schedule. Liangelo Ball is headlining, with numerous others, Kai Jones and the list, Williams. It's crazy. What is your thoughts with Liangelo Ball taking his talents to the summer league once again, with all of this wealth of knowledge that he's grasped through this time? I feel like everything is connecting at the right time. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. I think this is his shot to get that roster spot, man. Because Graham, he got hurt. You know what I'm saying? The thing that's going on with Bridges, so he can go up here. Hopefully he shine, be a bright light, and he get his roster spot to play next to his brother. And we can see LeVar Ball really start to to form and to come true. To see all of his boys play on the same squad.
Facts. We got KNT Radio in the building. What's the deal? I know you heard the breaking news today. Talk to the people, man. Why are we not surprised with the situation with Liangelo Ball, man? You heard he will be on the summer league roster. It's going down. Talk to us.
For one, I just want to give a shout out to Jello for continuously working, whether they picked him up or not. He deserved way more minutes, which we all see, but we didn't see one complaint publicly. You know what I mean? And two, I don't know why y'all surprised y'all seeing Jello again, man. Y'all seeing all these superstars leave their team for nothing. So they better take care of my boy Melo, by bringing Jello up, or he gonna be out of there.
No, that's facts. What do you think about the way he's been, running the point guard position with Team BBB at the Drew League? How do you see all of those intangibles, taking center stage in the summer league in the coming days?
I just think him showing his playmaking ability, that he just goes from a catch and shoot build to a playmaking stretch. Not a playmaking stretch, but a playmaking shooter, I guess. But now he can facilitate, draw into the defense, the double team.
Playmaking, creative.
You know what I mean? Not only can he just catch a shot off the screen, he can put the ball on the floor and facilitate open shots too. And also, he's an underrated post player too. He's mad strong. Yo.
Telling you, I think he's the strongest.
Yeah, he's definitely the strongest.
Well, Lavar said he built like a football player, man. That's G Honcho. Pay homage. It's about to go down, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Man, what about some of these other guys on this roster? Let me pull up the roster. I know I've seen Kai Jones, the rookie Mark Williams. Do you think that Liangelo Ball could be in some pick and roll situations? Book night went down. Does that affect anything with Jello having any ball handling responsibilities? It seemed like that was almost like a blessing in disguise.
Yeah, I agree. They see it. They see him packing out everywhere he go, man. Like they just had to make it look like it wasn't because of his brother. You know what I'm saying? So they gotta put him through the ropes. So it makes sense. It makes sense now. 2 years in the G League, and be honest, he the best player on that G League team. Like, be honest with yourself. We ain't even gonna lie. Like, be honest with yourself. They put him in the game. He averaging 1.5 points per minute.
I don't even think it's close.
The 1.5. That means if he's in the game 30 minutes, he's liable to go off for 33. Based off 35, based off the numbers. He in there for 15
Shout out
minutes.
to FYF.
This dude is he just knows how to score. Like he's not even hogging. Not average 4 points. No, but you're not looking at it like that. You're looking at it wrong. Look at the points per minute. When he's in the game a lot, 22, 20-something, 18 and 15 minutes, you're looking at the numbers because they cut his minutes way down. Like, of course, you're going to average 4 when you're getting 5 minutes a game, 3 minutes a game. You know what I'm saying? Like there's more than the numbers. When he was dropping 22, that ain't no
this roster.
point per minute is 1.5.
Yeah. This roster flight. This roster is holding a 5 guards, but really like 4.5 because
that's not true. You can't do that. He gonna bro. I can see Jello averaging 15 to 20 right now in the league. Right now, just off of shooting and IQ alone, people be underrating how.
I don't think KNT can hear us.
Can I hear you? I
Oh,
don't
you
think.
can?
Yeah, KMT good.
I can hear you. I can hear y'all.
Oh, okay.
No, but if he drops 20 in the game, I'll make it. Why does he have to drop 20? There's a lot of players that don't even drop 20 in their career, but they're good players. Y'all ain't saying that about Draymond Green. Draymond Green ain't dropped 20.
Yeah, but nevertheless, don't even trip. Don't even trip.
I know, but I just want to say this. Don't try to make something like to get in the NBA so high that you know what I mean? Well, he has to be coming in the league dropping 20 for him to be able to make it to the NBA. Like what? Like to stay in that work? Nah, like that. No, there's plenty of players in the NBA that's not scoring 20 points a game. You know what I'm saying? So don't try to make 20 points a game like a end all be all. Nah, you don't have to do all of that. Like that's Melo's job. But he can do.
Nevertheless, listen, hold on. Nevertheless, this roster, because I know Flight brought up the roster, so we want to kind of break down this roster to see where Jello fit. It more so than having competitive opinions running loose. This roster has 4 guards, mainly 4.5 guard, because one is a guard forward going forward. And last year, I think they had like almost 5 to 6 guards on that roster. And I don't see some of the guys from last season that could affect Liangelo Ball, especially like Kombucha, I believe that's his name was, who was a decent shooter. He was tall, decent shooter. And I don't see him on the roster this year. But then there's some names on this roster that I'm not familiar with. So I don't know if their shooting is better than what they had last season, where they tried to use that as an excuse for Jello not getting the touches because they had a so-called air quote sharpshooter. It looks like a lot of these guys are more athletic, wing, scoring guards, penetration. So that means Jello probably have a real opportunity to expand his minute play this summer league, unless there is some type of hidden jewel or gem that's in here that might be able to compete with Liangelo on the shooting aspect, because they do have some quality, look like some quality players from quality colleges, like Tayshaun Alexander, like LJ Figueroa. You know what I'm saying? So we have to see how that unfolds. But I honestly believe that Liangelo will be inserted in the starting lineup, because when I'm looking down here, I'm seeing some players that played last season, like Crutcher, Lewis, McGriff. Those players could interfere with Liangelo's play time, because they can probably go off with the 2 position. And we know Scotty played a little PG last season, and it was disastrous. And even when I believe Portland called him up to go and on a 2-way contract, they wasn't satisfied with his play, and they eventually sent him back. So the Hornets know what they have in a lot of these players. Then some of these players are basically unknown, like the Alexander, the Figueroas, the Manic, the McGowans. You follow what I'm saying? Manaya, so Wheatley. So a lot of these players are kind of like unknown, but the players that we do kind of know of, we already seen them play. We've seen what they can do based on last season, and they played significant minutes. So I don't know if anything will change in that aspect. So it looks like, if you dissect this, it looks like Liangelo Ball have a really good shot at getting some significant minutes on this summer league's team.
That's right.
Oh
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah. Like he's definitely getting
Shout
minutes.
out FYF. We got
Be
FYF.
honest. Like I'm gonna be honest though. Who's the marquee player in summer league? Be honest with yourself. Like that's what you gotta think about it. Nobody cares about summer league, but when I'm be honest. Before Lonzo, nobody cared about the summer league. He made the summer league, Lonzo Ball. That's a fact. And now Liangelo Ball is about to be the marquee player, man. Them dudes don't got 3 million followers, man. 4 million. Them dudes they don't bring in the draw Liangelo, dude. How many GB players got their own shoes on?
Facts. FYF. What's your thoughts on this breaking news with Liangelo Ball, man? He's confirmed for the summer league, man. I'm expecting fireworks. What's your thoughts?
He's about to snap. I think he's about to snap, yo. I feel like he's about to snap.
More time gonna be wasted, man. More time is being wasted. If you look at this Charlotte Hornets summer league team, Nick Richards, Kai Jones, JT Thor, Mark Williams. I mean, even when you go to Tyshawn Alexander, who he's not unknown, he was with the Phoenix Suns. I mean, Scotty Lewis. I mean, when they have a guy in Lithuania who's still on a 2-way contract. He just can't play in the summer league because he's with the Lithuanian national team, who they real high on. You're on a team where their focus is going to be on the guys that are getting the money. Their summer league focus right now is on developing the guys that they got the money invested in. It's not about finding new talent and completing the roster. They're going to get vets on this team to fill out the roster. That's what right now it's about developing the talent, the young talent that's in their system that they got millions of dollars invested in. The unfortunate reality is this summer league situation, it's not going to do them any good because the 2-way contracts are getting eaten up. Remember, his route into the NBA is going to be through a 2-way. 2-way contracts are getting signed every day. Each team only gets 2. Each team only gets 2. Charlotte Hornets already have 2 players signed under 2-way contracts.
Right. Just make sure you come back down here and pay homage when you're all wrong. You know, I'm expecting something totally different from what you're seeing. You know, I think this is the year.
But at the end of the day, like, I agree with him. I'm gonna tell you why. I agree with both of y'all, and I'm gonna tell you why. What I mean by that is, if it's logical, I agree with Flight. But this is a bad organization, so they're probably going to do exactly what he just said.
Oh, it's not the organization. This is something that's done across the entire NBA. Remember,
I agree with that, but you don't do
2.
that when you got. Listen, there's certain you don't do that.
Hold on. I'm not trying to knock. What I'm trying to say is this. I'm not even saying that. Let me finish what I was saying. I didn't cut you off, bro. I didn't cut you off. What I'm saying is, his route into the league is through a 2-way contract.
Right.
Each NBA team only gets 2. And most teams right now are signing guys to those 2-way spots. If you're playing on this summer league team and you already in a situation where you know they are not going to put the emphasis on you with the ball. The emphasis is going to be on Tyshawn Alexander, Scotty Lewis. It's going to be on Kai Jones. It's going to be on Nick Richards and Mark and the big guy out of Duke. Mark Williams, it's going to be on JT Thor. Those guys are going to be the focal point because the money is invested in them. It don't matter. Even if he has a summer league game where he scores 50, it ain't going to matter because there ain't no money invested in him. And he needs to stop playing for people for free. And until they invest in him with a 2-way contract, that's when he needs to dole out his services so they can know teams are serious.
Well, I respect
right now is because the only thing that's going to happen. The only thing that he can do now is lower his stock. If he goes out and has a bad performance, there's no money behind him. He's going to lower his stock.
Well,
he has to play the game.
FYI, excuse me. Pardon me for a second.
It's a politics in the NBA. You got to play it.
FYI, hold on, wait a second, man. Liangelo Ball, man, he's a professional, man. He's made for this moment, man. So stop talking about that. A 50-point game. I'm expecting sustainability from Liangelo Ball this coming summer league. All of these things that you're saying, like I said, it seems like you're talking from a worst case scenario.
How can you showcase what you can do if you're not going to play?
No, how's he not going to play?
Because there's no money behind him.
No, FYF, you're
So
wrong.
look,
There's time behind him.
Don't get mad at me when he don't play. I'm telling you guys right now, he's not going to be focused.
I'm gonna be honest. The fans is gonna make him play.
Yeah, another thing.
Listen. At last time, when the whole time Jello was on the bench, they're yelling at the fans. They're yelling at the fans the whole time, talking about put one player in. They're not talking about people are only there to go see really one player. I'm be honest. JT Thor and all these
teams do not care about summer league.
They care about marketability, though.
All right, wait a minute.
But if this was a smart organization, you would put him on his roster just to sell tickets.
Right.
How come he's not on nobody's roster?
That's what I said. Like that. It goes back because they locked him in last year. They locked him in so he couldn't go to another team. Why did they lock him?
They didn't lock him in. He had the choice to leave anytime he wanted.
Man, that man telling the truth, man. Y'all
listen. Like I stated before, man, you keep talking about he don't have money invested in him, this, that, and the third. The Hornets have time invested in Liangelo Ball. You think they're doing all of this for absolutely nothing? Liangelo Ball has developed under their damn umbrella. He's been with the organization. So we need to stop all of this bullshit, man. I'm telling you, this shit is getting out of control.
Nah, like, man, that man telling the truth, man. Everybody
got a point, though. He definitely, that's what they do.
Everybody been using it,
but
same way, man.
If you do it to a marketable player like that, you fumbling the bag, bro.
Hey, Andre Ingram the Lakers invested 8 years in Andre Ingram, and what was he gifted? One NBA game, a couple NBA games at the end of his G League 8-year career.
Stop it, FYF.
Look, you got to explain it.
Stop it.
He definitely wasn't invested for a minute.
They only invested 3 years in. You said Andre Ingram.
Andre
Ingram.
Oh yeah, Andre Ingram. Yeah.
He had like a 10-year career with the Lakers.
Yeah, but that's different, though, man. That's something
man,
different.
the only way they're going to understand what you're trying to say, you got to tell them like this. You're an upcoming rapper and you paid for a feature. They treating him as a feature. His name hot. They putting him on the roster just to sell tickets. They don't care what he do. They just trying to sell tickets. They don't care.
That's what I'm saying. They should be doing that in the league.
I agree with them. Everybody been doing it, man.
I tell you what, they had that. The Greensboro Swarm was doing that. I can't say the Greensboro Swarm, but I'm expecting.
I agree that. Like you
listen, James Bouknight went down. James Bouknight was supposed to expect a lot of ball handling responsibilities. He's out. Jello been practicing as a point guard. He's got the point guard responsibilities already. It's just a great lineage from Lonzo, Melo to Jello. I mean, it's second nature. So we just need to calm down. I'm telling you right now, just expect fireworks to start a summer league. Liangelo Ball will be heavily featured, and Liangelo Ball will deliver the goods. I'm telling you. And all of y'all talking all of this stuff, I need you to be the first guy down here paying homage. I'm telling you.
Man,
I'm to Flight Point.
Man, they gonna be on here crying.
Listen, every time y'all criticize any of the ball boys,
we're not criticizing them.
You're not criticizing them. He's speaking facts. He's speaking facts. That's what they do. But at the end of the day, if you do that to a player that's in your system for 2 years, this be your second year in the system. You know what I'm saying? And he's marketable like that. You fumble in the bag, man.
This is the question. Ask anybody who else they did that to. Who else y'all know that they ever did that to?
A lot of teams do that across the league. Like
I'm talking about to what other player we know that they did that to? Where they getting them? He got a name and they ain't even playing him, but they hosting him on the tickets.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you? They putting his face on the tickets, but he not even playing. They marketing him. He on every poster, but he not getting no minutes.
I agree with you on that point.
But that goes back to FYI. That goes back to FYI.
I would like to know how much was those revenue shares. I'm telling you, I know they ran up a couple thousand, maybe a few million. I'm telling you, yo, all that merchandise people was buying from the Greensboro Swarm, people flying out. Oh man.
Listen, let me tell you something, guys. Let me tell you something about the summer league. One thing about this summer league with Liangelo, it's a different story because they know what he can do now. They have snippets. They have what you consider basketball increments of decent play. You feel me? Under the conditions that he's in or was under, They know that this guy's the real deal. You guys don't feel that way is because you feel that way. You understand what I'm saying? And you feel some type of way. We already know FYF have a bet invested in Liangelo, and he's got to stick with his word. Why would he talk?
Oh my
Why would he
God.
talk against his money? FYF's not going to talk against his money, so he's going to find every angle to justify why he betted against Liangelo Ball. And I'm gonna tell you, Liangelo Ball is going to disappoint a lot of people who do not see him for who and what he is truly without agendas.
Yeah, and I just want to go back to like last year's summer league. Even though it was his first year, he played 17 minutes a game and got 10 shots a game. So I feel like if he did that last year, he went through the whole system. He should at least get about that, and he can do enough in that.
Oh, Marvin, what's good?
What's going on, guys? What's going on?
What do you think about the FYF? He averaged 17 minutes in last year's summer league with JT Thor and Book Knight. And Book Knight just terrible. He had 16 points on 15.
Man, that man need to go play for the WWE, man.
Yeah, okay.
I was going to say this, guys. First of all, for anybody, hold on, guy. Hold on, guy. Let me say something, FYI. For anybody to believe that to showcase your talent is wrong, then you wrong. The only way you can get accepted is somebody see what you're doing. I don't give a damn what league you're in. You can say that he's not making money when he's playing in the league, but it's still showcasing his talent. Now, how far he goes with that, that's a different story. But to say he's not doing any good from playing in summer leagues and these other leagues is not true, because he's getting a chance to at least showcase his talent. Now, truth enough, it can go in both ways. If he doesn't play well, then people don't look at him in that sense. But if he plays well, eyes do open. So I'm just here to say there is a difference in sitting back, not doing nothing, and playing in a league. Because if you sit back and do nothing, nobody knows what you can do anyway. So you have to showcase your talent.
No, but that's not what FYF is saying. That's not what he's saying. He's saying he don't think, like, he's saying like they're filling the roster with names. You know what I'm saying? But they already.
What I'm saying is,
I'm gonna explain it. So he like in a different format. So then I'm gonna recalculate what I was saying. Right? He's pretty much saying like, okay, you got 12 dudes that's trying out, but we already know the 6 that we already picking up. You know what I'm saying? They're still gonna have to try out.
Exactly.
Man, all the man saying is all he can do is hurt himself. He can't help himself. He can just hurt himself. That's it.
He can only hurt himself by playing. He can't really help his case. That's what I'm saying. Unless right now, I feel like his best.
I feel like he can help himself, but I agree with you too. It could be one of those.
Not on this Charlotte roster. He needs.
I don't agree with none what FYF is saying.
He needs to.
Hold on. Let me hold on. Let me ask FYI. Let me ask FYI this. So you telling me every player that's playing on that team is diminishing their value, right?
Well,
no, because not everybody's situation is the same as Jello.
That's what I'm about to say. And what the man saying is basically, if they was for real with him, he'll have a 2-way or something all this time. He on his second year, he don't have nothing, and he just going out there to play.
Because the main thing I'm saying is this: what if he goes out? If he goes out there first game, and God forbid, he goes down with an injury. There's nothing that ties into there's nothing
Don't even put that.
And you a scout, FYF? Are you a scout?
There's no monetary, there's no financial tie that is going to make that organization want to get him back healthy so they can get him back on the court to play. They're just going to cut him loose.
That's understood, but that's on every player that's playing out.
No, that's really not understood. You know why, Marvin? Let me tell you this. The man don't need no money. The man got a brother that's got 85 million. He got a brother that got 17 million, and that brother's getting ready to get $100-something million contract in the next year or two. So his situation is different. He ain't getting it out the mud. He's getting it because the love of basketball, and he want to be amongst his peers, and 2 of his peers are his brothers. So yeah, he's already insured, and he got a daddy that's worth about $10 million or so. You follow what I'm saying?
So you guys are saying that
why are you interrupting me, my man?
A free agent contract?
My guy, why are you interrupting me when you told KNT don't interrupt you? So are you going to be a hypocrite?
Great take.
All I'm saying is that Liangelo Ball knows This is where to be. United States, front and center, where no other basketball showcase is bigger than the Las Vegas Summer League. You're going to have the
Durant
NBA TV.
will
You're going to have
diminish this
ESPN
too.
there. You're going to have ABC. Where else you want to be? You want to be overseas in a country that probably don't even have electricity?
This is a ploy.
He
They
has
know
to be in this summer
certain
league,
teams
man.
cannot
Are you
train
out of your
because of that.
freaking mind? He has to be shown in front of millions of people at one time. And where's the best place to be amongst the best league in the world? Why go to some secondary subsidy where you got the number one guy or the number one game in town, which is the NBA, and you're going to be on TV to be seen worldwide? So only thing Liangelo problem is he got to succeed. There's no other option. There's no plan B. If plan A don't work, you got to come back harder for plan A again. There's no plan B here. You have to burn the ships once you reach shore. So when he gets out there on that 90-foot parquet floor, he has to burn all the ships. Hernando Cortez. He has to take that approach. There ain't no going back. This is where our land is, and this is where we're going to settle, and we're going to succeed. We have to dominate. We have to show everybody who eyes that's looking upon us that I belong here. And that's where Liangelo needs to be. Summer League, when it starts, on the Hornets, front and center, where all the cameras is on him.
Have any of you guys ever played on a team where, not only is your playing time limited, but all the offense is being ran through one or two other guys? And when you on the court, do you know how hard it is in limited time, whether you coming in the game in 5 minutes person coming out? Do you know how hard it is, especially as a shooter, because that's what I was, to do what you do best? And then that one or two times where you might be able to get it and catch and shoot. If you froze out, if you've been cold, if you got summer league is bad basketball. You got a lot of guys over dribbling, right? Trying to go one-on-one. Shooters get froze out, right? You telling me this is the best situation for a guy that's a shooter who already struggled in the G League shooting 31% from the three-point line? This is not the best situation. So, I mean, like I said, you can preach and you can have the sermons. Basketball is going to get played, and it's not going to be in his favor.
I feel otherwise.
Wow.
Yo, what's good? We got hot facts in the building. What's the deal?
Man, I feel otherwise. I feel look, Lavar already had them go that route. He already had them go that route for a purpose so that they can already be in the league. You know what I mean? Like, he already did that, and if it would have went right and that China thing wouldn't have happened, we would not be talking about this right now because it already would have been there. Right now, the biggest issue is he has not been given the opportunity to show the NBA people against the NBA people. That's the main thing there. They holding him out of where he's supposed to be. And it don't make – this is the biggest stage for him. Right. It is. The Las Vegas Summer League, each year, I'm going all the way. We can go back to like 2000, we can go all the way back. It just, each year, it just gets better and better and better. And I was just watching the USA FIBA team play Puerto Rico right now, and Summer League's better than that. And this was a qualifier with crazy fans and everything. Summer League's better than that. Summer League is better than that.
I'm just going to say this. If you look back at all of the players that play in the NBA right now that played in the Summer League, you're going to tell me they all took the risk that you guys are trying to throw to us?
No, what I'm saying is...
let me finish 1 second, FYI. Meaning this, they all just about took the same path. For you to just automatically just pinpoint Jello to say it's not going to be a successful run, it's not fair. He's got a chance to try to do it as well as anybody else. All I'm saying is this. Now, the main thing on this is his performance. He has to perform. He performs just like what the last guy was just saying. None of this even be talked about. He performs well. He's going to get on a roster. He has to perform well. It's very simple. You cannot sit on your talent and think everybody knows what it is.
The players that perform best in the summer league are the guys that are under contract because they're getting featured. When you look at the summer league last year, who was the summer league MVP and champions? These are rookies who were drafted, already getting their millions, already locked in under contracts, and these guys are winning these awards in the summer league because they're getting featured. When you look at the summer league, when you look at the summer league all team, this is filled with rookies who are already under contract. You did not see guys who were not under any NBA contract, right, with no ties to no NBA team. You did not see them getting featured. Tell me one guy that was getting featured that wasn't already under some type of two-way or NBA contract.
That's what I was trying to tell them. They don't
tell me one, but that doesn't. Okay, but that doesn't, Sky. But that, guys, that doesn't mean it's hampering his ability to be put on somebody's roster.
Man, what you mean, man? Trey, hold on. Trey Murphy was playing on the G League team in the NBA, back and forth. They were driving him back and forth so he could get minutes. So what are you saying? I'm saying, what is the excuse of why he don't have a contract?
He has to play better. Has to play better. That's what I just said.
He didn't had a tryout with the Pistons. He didn't had a tryout last year. He didn't been in overseas.
You know something, Scott.
Everything.
You know something.
Like, why he don't have a contract?
Scott, I'm going to say this, guy. Obviously, his performance hasn't opened a lot of eyes yet. That's why he's still trying to play. Now, I'm not saying the fact that he's playing lights out. I'm not saying the fact that he's playing lights out. I just said his performance would determine if he gets put on a roster.
See, I don't think it was his performance. See,
I'm not saying
it wasn't his performance. It wasn't his performance. That where you can agree with FYF, where the future at. I'm gonna be honest with you. Jello had to get at the end of the line. They already, and I said that way before. You follow what I'm saying? All you gotta do is check the Flight Sports TV library. I said that way before when everybody was talking about he got a 10-day contract. That man ain't never had a 10-day contract. He's got so many liars out here in this YouTube landscape. Listen, he had to get in the back of the line. He had to get
the bullshit exhibit 10.
Yeah, all that shit. So he had to get in the back of the line, get his paperwork right, and be drafted and come through the portal the correct way. You know what I'm saying? Because he was gifted to the Hornets, and that ain't how it goes. You follow what I'm saying? So once he did all that and he paid his dues last season, this season is going to be different. Now, FYFU was 100% right last season, but this season it's not going to be that way, and I'm guarantee you it's not going to be that way. Jello is going to get everything that he deserves. So it's based on performance, like Marvin said, like I said earlier, it's based on his performance, and this is why he's sitting over in the Drew League working on aspects of basketball to add to his repertoire that he's already known for, being a sharpshooter, because being an all-around basketball player and just being a Pacific sharpshooter, that chasm has to break. He has to merge those two aspects of NBA. While he's in the Drew League, get all the flaws out as much as he can, come to the Summer League a little more polished. And when that happens, because this is what was told to them, can he do this? Lavar said, of course he can do that. Our boy can do anything. Let's see. And that's what we're doing right now. We're witnessing the let's see part. So when he gets in the Summer League and play against all these players that you say that have money invested in them, and he busts their ass, what you gonna say then?
Now check this out.
What you gonna do?
That right there was way cool, right there. Now Lavar got him playing point, doing all that stuff, and it's broken down like this. He said he's had a tryout with that team and that team and that team. We all know that you can go on a dry run. You can go on a dry run where they absolutely know that they're trying to let you think that something's going on, but the decision is already made ahead of time. So he can go to any facility and then them do that. That don't mean nothing. That's why this Drew League thing right now is once they see that he can actually do what a little bit of Lonzo and Melo, but now you can see Jello. They have no excuse. No excuse. Lavar is in the show me business. So like you said, right now we are watching him in the developmental part of fixing those things, and then he got to go out there and bust them niggas' ass. And when he go out there and do it, they can't hate this time. He's going through they treat him like an evil stepchild. Like you just can't do it. We don't want you to. And and then they give him a little bit and push him back, and then give him a little bit and then push him back. So Lavar doing it right.
We're gonna be honest, right? We're gonna be honest about. I wanted to say this earlier because you just remind me of what he said. That tryout take is not it. Like, how did I try out if I got 0 minutes? How did I showcase my talent? Like the way they say he got to try out and all that, man. Like he said,
like how can I make money if I'm not at the register?
Listen. How you put me on the billboard and don't even put me in the game?
Man, telling them that.
Like, I know, but that's what I'm saying though. Like that's not really a try, bro. That's a finesse. There's a difference between giving somebody a shot and then finessing them in the business world.
Man, we
put back to hold on, and it goes. Let me finish, bro. And that goes back to what FYF said earlier. He needs to stop doing a lot of this stuff for free. Like, but the NBA Summer League is what he's supposed to be doing. There's like that's going to be on on TV. It's going to be on NBA TV all the time.
I humbly disagree with you, KNT.
About what?
I humbly disagree with you. When you say you got to stop doing this for free. The man is not working for money.
I'm not talking about.
I'm talking about anything concerning basketball. Hold on.
It's not about the money. You're missing what he's saying.
Okay, but listen to what I'm saying now.
On a business end, you're talking on basketball.
I'm talking about on the business end too. It doesn't matter because right now, if Jello is listed as an intern basketball player, because that's basically what y'all saying. If he's listed as an intern basketball player, he is still studying that which he's trying to become. That's Daddy was an intern.
That's not what we're saying at all. We're saying.
What do you mean for free? You said for free, so for free mean wager.
Okay, what I'm saying is the business of basketball. The NBA follow the money, and you follow the players that they focus on.
We're not knocking that aspect.
The reason how you know an NBA team is serious about you is if they put money in you.
Saying he's playing the man.
One voice, one mic, one voice, please.
Go ahead, Scott.
Oh, they saying he paying to play. That's what they saying. It ain't about the money. Everybody else getting paid. He paying to play.
That's nothing wrong with that.
Man, something wrong with that.
No, it's not. If you're pursuing your dream, if you're pursuing your dream,
but that's
do you have dreams? Do you have ambition? Do you have goals? It's Liangelo's goal to become a professional basketball player. So if that's his goal, and if he's paying anything to become that, there's nothing wrong with that. It's like entering a master class. So you're not gonna enter a master class just on GP. People are gonna want you to pay for that information.
All right, Dex, you gonna be a rapper then.
I was an intern.
That's different. You could be a rapper in your basement. You can't use no rapper. If you're trying to be a successful salesman, entrepreneur, whatever, you have to go to a class to be amongst people who know more than you about that situation.
How old he is? Yes, I don't know. I don't follow him like that, but how old he is?
He's 23.
He's 23. The average person come out of college playing basketball, what be their age?
19, 20.
All right. You don't think he kind of?
No, that's not the average. That's not the average. That's not the average. That's not the average age. The average age is 22.
So when y'all saying he still call it a rap, when he make 28, he still pay to play?
Hey, 28? Whatever it takes, man. So you give up on your dream? Or the first two knocks? You gonna give up on your dream? KNT, you gonna give up on your dream on the first two knocks?
I'm giving the perfect. Hold on. One mic. I'll let y'all go. Listen, right? I understand both of y'all are correct, but it's still that's the catch-22 for Liangelo Ball. The NBA knows he has to go through this route, so they're making him pay to play. But on Liangelo end, there's no way he's gonna get into the NBA unless he pays to play right now until he actually
exactly.
Yeah. So not true.
Like, how is that not true?
Not true.
No, I agree with you, KNT. I agree.
Remember, we started the conversation off when everybody in here was basically alluding to the fact, because if we go with y'all premise, y'all said he's NBA ready right now. So if you feel his skill set right now is NBA ready, then why does he need to? Why does he need to do the things? Then that means he just needs to be pitching. He needs to get an agent, and he needs to be negotiating for 2 ways or some type of contract. He's NBA.
How you know he's not doing that? Exactly. I'm not saying he's not. He got an agent already, but he's a part of. What do you mean exactly? He's a part of Rock Nation.
It's free agency.
He's under
an
agency, a major agency.
Free agency right now.
He don't have a deal. That's
what are you guys talking about, man?
Right now,
Will you guys do your research? No, do your research first. Because you guys coming in here with bad research.
What contract he got? You let me know the contract he got.
No, he's with a major agency, man.
Do that. We know you could.
Ain't anybody can do nothing. What are you talking about, Pie Face?
You got money. You could go find an agent to be that. That don't mean he gonna get you no deal.
He's with a major
he's on a
agency. Not just anybody.
If you pay the money to get the person to represent you, that don't mean he could get you no deal.
He ain't, listen, dude, listen.
I agree.
He's part of the agency. Listen, he's part of a package deal, right? Listen, hold on.
Your agent to represent
Can I talk? Because you don't know. You don't know. I know you don't know. He's part of a package deal that came with Lonzo, LaMelo, and Liangelo to Rock Nation. Lonzo didn't really like what he saw, and he probably got more empirical information on what he needs to do, and he left Rock Nation and went with Clutch Sports. But Liangelo and LaMelo remain at Rock Nation. So what are you mean? They came as a package. Lonzo just left, but 2 out of the 3 of that package is still there. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, why Rock Nation didn't get him a deal with Charlotte? He in the second year doing the summer league. He was with the Pitt. Why didn't
isn't he playing in the summer league?
Why didn't he
play in Greensboro?
Man, this
he's connected.
That's not an NBA contract.
But he's
Unstoppable.
connected.
Can I get it? He wasn't even a factor.
But what part of that you guys didn't listen to me when I said that Jello had to get into the back of the line? Do you understand what that means?
But he got an agent. What do you got to get to the back of the line with an agent for?
So he still got to get to the back of the line. There's rules. Hold on. No, listen. You're talking reckless.
You're telling me. No, it's the truth.
Listen, you're talking reckless.
He was one of the top of the line.
You're talking reckless.
Agencies.
And you're only bumping your gums because you like how it sounds. You're only bumping your gums because you like how it sounds.
Because
if you have an agent, or if you freelancing and going pro to pro, whatever, you're an independent contractor. If you want to just bet on yourself without an agent, because everybody don't have to have an agent. You know that, right? You don't have to have an agent. You can negotiate for yourself. But it's just better when you have an agent because agents have connection. And most people scratch each other's back. FYF, you know how that works. If you scratch mine, I scratch yours. I do a favor here. I do a favor here. A lot of nepotism. But what I'm saying is this right here. He had to go into that draft. And when he went into that draft, the Charlotte Hornets drafted him. So you thinking they just wasting his time, just drafted him?
And they signed him.
All the players was in there.
Nowhere else. They picked these.
And he's not working, and he's not for free because he got a salary. He got a salary.
When you get drafted in the G League,
$50,000.
They don't have
to. So he got a salary.
$15 million into you.
But make up your mind where you want to go. Is it for free or did they invest? They invested something. They invested that draft.
Yeah, Jello's in the great area. Like he's not all the way blackballed. Like he keeps saying, is it NBA?
Y'all got to do y'all research, man. When it comes to these boys, y'all just opinionated. Y'all just opinionated.
I understand what FYF is saying.
That boy $50,000. They put him on the poster and made.
Wait a minute, is it free or is it not free? Is it an investment or not investment? Y'all make up your mind. That's all I'm saying.
Happy 50th birthday,
oh, you going off what FYF said because you trust what FYF is saying because he kind of agreed within your lane.
Man, no, I don't know nobody that got. I don't know nobody that got.
Then talk like it. Then if you don't know, talk like you don't know.
I'm about to tell you now. I don't know nobody that got that many opportunities and blew every last one of them. And there's always the excuse that he got an age, he got everything, but it's the excuse. But
if you don't know, talk like you don't know. That's all I'm saying, bro.
They put him on the flyers, and he don't never get no minutes. And y'all be on here crying about him not playing. I know I'm not tripping.
Well, we can't control coaching. I'm expecting different. I'm expecting a totally different situation.
That was I don't know what you was watching.
But look though, like
okay, hold on.
Y'all gonna wish me a happy birthday or what?
Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
I mean, I've been waiting for y'all to say happy birthday all this time. Y'all so
I didn't know it was your birthday, man. Happy birthday to the Roseanne.
Thank you,
congratulations, bro. You made
happy birthday to OG. That's the OG right there. OG Zen,
man. Happy birthday, Zen, baby.
I just want to thank y'all all for being my brothers. That's all, and my sister.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Salute.
Thank you.
Wear your crown. Wear it well.
Hey, to my man, like you saying,
is that Rave? Was that Rave?
No, I don't think Rave's in here.
What up with you, Zan?
Look, dude keeps saying, if you get an agent, how come they still not doing it? And
that's Sky. His name is Sky.
All right, Sky. So Sky, check this out.
Josh.
The reason is he's in the gray area. He's not all the way blackballed. So by him, you take the reference from saying that he's in the back of the line, right? He has to get to the back of the line, right? The people in the back of the line don't have it that easy. They still got it. It's still obstacles that they still will be throwing at them harder than the dude at the front of the line.
Good
Yo,
take.
listen,
Damn good take.
listen. This is the
Nah,
best
hold on.
thing.
Let me rebuttal.
Okay,
Let me get him.
real quick. Scott,
Look,
real
let me
quick,
get
hold
him
on.
one time. I just
No,
got
real
one
quick,
thing to
Scott,
say.
we heard you. We got you. Hold
That's
on.
a lie. And you know what proves that's a lie? You got the Holiday brothers in there. You got Giannis brothers and them on there, and two of them just straight
Jello way
trash.
better than Quantus and all
Straight
them other dudes,
trash.
though.
So y'all can't say
That's
that.
kind of better for Jello.
Straight trash.
It's
But
contract
this is a
behind.
bad organization.
Yo,
You
listen,
don't
hold
know
on. Wait a
about.
second, y'all. Wait a second. Just wait. Time will tell, man. All the
No,
stuff
but I
you're
wanted to
saying,
say this real
these
quick before
brothers,
I
that
forget, though,
brother,
right?
Liangelo Ball will grace the NBA stage. So all the stuff y'all saying is all fun and games. Now y'all will be paying homage later, and y'all will be paying homage in the coming days because Jello will be lighting up shit very soon, and y'all gonna be walking right down the aisle just like many others. So y'all continue y'all doubting. I'm telling you, I'm just sitting here
I
laughing.
wanted to say this. I wanted to say this real quick before I forget. Right? He said he's in the. Y'all say he's in the back of the line, right? But he in the line though.
You got to go through this.
Hold on, real quick. Hold on. I want you to catch this, like real quick. And think about it. He might be in the back of the line, but a lot of people ain't even in line. Remember that. You know what I'm saying? He's in line.
Yeah,
That's
that was
all
last year. This year, he's not in the back of the line.
Yeah, he's in the middle
Last
now.
year he was.
You know what I'm saying? It's the pecking order. But you gotta remember, he only got there because he went to the practice as just a brother to the star player, and he killed them dudes. It's like we not gonna act like he ain't killed the whole Hornets. That's the reason he even got.
How you know that? How you know that he killed them? How you know that?
Hey, bro,
That's
okay,
bad
listen. How
That's
many,
bad
bro?
dope.
Okay, let's keep
How
it
you know
a
that?
stack, bro. Okay, let's keep it a stack. You can logically figure this out for
Man,
yourself.
I
Okay,
don't want
hold on, real quick.
no
You asked the
logic.
question. Here's
You
the
speaking
answer,
of
bro.
fact,
Like you can't
another
ask a
player
question and
name.
stop hearing the answer, bro. Don't ask me a question and
That's
try to
because
block
you
the
making up stuff, though. You
Listen
can't
to the
do that. You
truth.
down in the other
Why are
place.
you asking me a
But
question
something
and
you
saying the
don't
truth,
know.
bro?
All right, go ahead. Say what you gonna say.
Come on, bro. Listen, okay.
Go say
So how many NBA players got brothers that play that do the shoot that scrimmage and run with the team, right? How many of them end up on a G League team?
Shoot,
I'm about. Oh, you
Klay
asking me a
Thompson
question?
was- Klay Thompson was
Anybody
good.
No,
answer that.
I got it. I got it.
He went from random
They
brother
don't
to
end up.
contract.
They don't
What
end up.
happened?
No, I'm not
How
running
did
it
that
from it.
happen,
I'm about to
bro?
let
It's
you know.
simple.
I'm about to
It's
let you
simple.
know. They don't end up on the G League team. They end up
Hold
on
on.
the real
All
team.
right, listen. I need everybody to stop talking. I need everybody to stop talking. I need everybody to stop
He just
talking.
showed, bro.
I need
He just
everybody
showed
to
up
stop
there.
talking.
He was standing
I need
there,
it.
and they said, "We're gonna put him in the."
We got the legend AB, the hero, in the building. What AB? What's the deal?
What it do? What it
Do
do?
you hear some of this? I mean, this is only gonna
I
happen
hear
at
it,
Flight
bro.
Sports TV. You would have had these guys out the building 30 seconds ago. You know,
Out
but
of here.
what's going on? What have you been hearing?
Man, so I've been listening, man, and I understand like the conversation, right? Because you got Jello, he is a figure that there's a reason why he signed with Rock Nation, right? They don't sign everybody. But there's I don't know how many G League players there is, and most people could care less about 99% of them, right? So you don't watch Gary Payton II, who just played significant minutes with the Golden State Warriors, won a championship, spent years bouncing around the G League, NBA team, the NBA team. Nobody seemed like they want him, right? He really kept getting opportunity after opportunity, bouncing around. Seth Curry bouncing around. And I only say these dudes' names because these are guys I know. Not even talking about other guys who play significant minutes, don't play significant minutes, and they have these long G League journeys, and we don't know them, so we don't like have this in-depth conversation about them. The journey that Jello is on right now is a solid one. To make the team the way that he made the team, when somebody says, they're talking about how do you know that he was killing people in practice and that's why they signed him? That's because that's what the coach said. That's what the GM said. Mitch, they said that in a press conference. They asked, well, how did you they asked how did it even happen? And it was like, well, he was just around over the summer, and man, we were impressed. And they kept saying that. So that don't mean like he was killing everybody per se, but that means he was doing something where they said, we gonna basically give this dude off the street an opportunity to play in our summer league team. Now, is there a benefit? For sure, because his brother is LaMelo Ball? Yes. But you got to also remember his trajectory started in OKC, where he did a workout in Vegas and got signed to the OKC G League team, and then COVID happened. Then you got to remember that he was working out in Detroit with LaMelo, and they saw him and signed him to the summer camp, to their camp team. Now he got cut from both of those squads. And then he goes and gets time with the Hornets, and all of a sudden they sign him. So I say all that to say, if you're somebody and you every time you get in front of NBA scouts, they decide they got to give you a contract, they got to give you some sort of opportunity to see what you can do, that means you on the right path. So Jello, while he might not at this moment be about to start this season with the Hornets, he is on the right path. And so that's what I'm saying. It don't mean that he whack. It don't mean that he ain't got it. It don't mean that they don't really believe in him or nothing. It mean that he is on the journey currently. Now, I do agree with a lot of folks that if given the right opportunity and nurture, it's finna be lights out. He finna turn up, and it's finna get ugly for the NBA. However, it just takes some time. If in 2 years Jello finally get a shot in with an opportunity on the NBA team, that's a W for 80% of 95% of basketball players worldwide would love that opportunity, even if it took him 4 years in the G League to get it.
Yes.
And you can act a lot of these dudes, Gary Payton the second, who just signed $28 million. You know what I mean? And got drafted, I believe, was in the same G League drafts as Liangelo was. So there you go. That's right.
And so and Stevens too. Stevens too, you go down the list. Yeah. It's a bunch of guys in that draft. But AB, I wanted you to basically touch on when you spoke about how Liangelo got that first try out of that Vegas situation, and he went to OKC, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Troy Weaver, right? The man that sat next to Presley, he was an assistant GM, right? Player development and all that. Got Liangelo on that OKC team. And then, if he was such a bad player, because a lot of people say that, oh, you use the pandemic as an excuse, Jello wasn't going to get no playing time. If he was such a bad player, then why did Troy Weaver, once he became a GM, listen, once he became a full-time GM, no assistant, nothing, full-time GM in Detroit, he invited Liangelo back up to Detroit where he is. Explain. Hey, could you touch on that, AB, please?
Bro, here's the thing, too, with the Detroit situation. When teams went to the bubble, Detroit Pistons were one of a few teams who didn't have a G League squad at the time. They were one of the few organizations who didn't send anybody to the bubble. So they cut the whole team, and then guys on that team either got picked up at other places around the league. But that was just like one of those unfortunate situations for him at the time, right? And to your point, that's what I'm saying is like folks who typically get an opportunity to see Jello play at this point walk away in awe of it. You know what I mean? His first shot at the summer league last year, my dog went bananas 8-ball corner pocket, 22 points in 15 minutes or something stupid like that. And so everybody always talk about the politics and the game within the game and the hoo-wop and the boo-bop, and you gotta wait your turn, and the NBA is a system and all of that stuff. But then it's funny because then when it get to Jello, everybody throw that all out the window. So with all of these other players and why Melo can't do this and he's supposed to wait his turn and he got to earn the minutes and all of that stuff, that all makes sense to folks, but it's mind-boggling when you say the similar thing about Jello. People be like, "But no, if he was really that dude, it wouldn't even matter." We all saw LaMelo really be that dude in Charlotte and come off the bench for a long time, much too long. And so that's what I got for you, man. Shout out to Flight Sports TV, man. Y'all be on here going hard. I appreciate it.
Hottest in the streets.
Flight Sports TV. Shoot. Yeah, boy. I know I love it.
Facts, AB. That's all I want to say, fam. You just pretty much said exactly what I said. People don't just get picked up off the streets if they not hooping. That's just logical.
Period. They don't do it. Don't care who your brother. Well, now look, there are some cats. Here's the thing: there are cats who literally get an opportunity because their brother is in the league, right? We look at J.R. Smith brother play for the Knicks, like literally play for the Knicks. And a lot of people, Blake Griffin brother, Blake Griffin brother. But so here's the thing: even with that, like, you still got to be able to hoop a decent amount for it even to make sense. You know what I mean? Like, so they'll give you the shot because at Giannis's brothers, like.
Nah, but the thing is, okay, the difference, but they're like, okay, this is what I don't like. Okay, then this is the argument that I keep seeing in the chat, right? They said explain the Holiday brothers, explain Giannis brothers. We're talking about smart organizations and then organization who's making questionable decisions consistently. Yes. You know what I'm saying? If you're smart, you sign whoever his brother is so you can keep your star player from leaving and this travel. It's okay to leave air. You know what I'm saying? But the bad organizations are agenda over production. Winners are production over agenda. Meaning, if we're production over agenda, if me and AB don't like each other, let's just say but we making 100 million, we're still, whether we like each other or not, we're still gonna get to this bag. You feel me, AB?
Yep.
But the agenda people, which is the Hornets, you're going to blow up the whole situation, or I'm gonna blow up the whole situation. Now we both broke. You know what I mean? But they wanted to win so bad and beef with the other person so bad that they lose the production out of it. And we're talking about the Hornets. You see what I'm saying? The Lakers picked up his brother just because they were trying to lure him in during offseason. Remember, they said he might leave, but he ended up signing the Supermax. You know what I'm saying? That's why we picked up his brother.
Here.
Let's Giannis's brothers ain't got no business playing him.
Here's what I'm saying.
Jello's way better than both of them combined.
Here go to think with the Giannis brothers, right? How long has Giannis been in the league?
8 years.
Been in
roughly.
8 years. How long has his brother been in the league?
Yeah. 8 years.
No, the last 3 years.
Yeah.
His brother been in the league with him since 2019.
They ain't get it. They ain't get it in 1 minute. And then he bringing up their champion.
He been on the Bucks since 2019. So it took Giannis to damn near to become the freak, to become the max player, to become all of the things that he is before they signed his brother over there with him. He didn't come into the league his first season. And you got to remember, Thanos is his older brother.
Can I make a bottom line statement?
He was already ready, and so that's what I'm saying is
the U.S. old Greece money.
I'll make a bottom line statement. If Udonis Haslem can have a job on an NBA team, there is no reason for Jello to not have one.
And the crazy thing is, though, right? The people in the chat, the people in the chat are the reason, are like low key the reason they're allowed to do that, because they do stuff like this, and you bail them out by saying, he's not good enough. Nah, bro. Like, he's way better than them. We know this. He's way better than Kawhi.
KNT.
Like we know this. We're talking about skill, but when it's not skill, you can't just try to make it look like he's not good enough. When it's
KNT, my brother.
Jello is better than Doug McDermott. I'm telling you, he's better than him. He'll kill him.
Let me share some with you guys again, because it seemed like they have selective hearing. AB, all that good shit that you spit right here on Center Court on Flight Sports TV. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for hugging the block and coming sharing your time with us. You know what I'm saying? On Flight Sports Streets. Listen, all that AB said, and AB is very close to the situation. Okay. All that I've said, very close to the situation. I know what Lavar told me himself about the Liangelo situation, and we had a disagreement. And then he said a few more words, and I was like, damn, I didn't even think about that angle. I didn't think about it like that because I wasn't there. I'm only going by what I'm hearing and trying to piece it together. But when he actually went into the grits, you know what I'm saying, to the gut of the situation, then I understood it different. And this is why I promulgate it different when I'm on Flight Sports TV or anywhere else. Liangelo Ball got the invite to OKC. Listen, he got the invite to OKC. Troy Weaver, okay? Close, he was a hip of Sam Presti over there in OKC, right? His right-hand man. He was Sam Presti's right-hand man. Then he leaves and get promoted to Detroit as a full-time GM, an executive now. And one of the people he pulled from that Oklahoma City Thunder G League is Liangelo. There's plenty of players he probably could have pulled from. He pulled him. He said, come up here, man. I'm in Detroit now. Come up here. Let's see what Dwayne Casey got for you, man. Liangelo hurt his ankle, dude. He had an injury. See, nobody's really talking about it now. And Liangelo had an injury in Detroit, and Casey did not want to wait any more time to wait for Liangelo to heal, to get him up to speed, because he's on the clock. Come on now. So when they drafted Killian Hayes and all the things that he was doing in practice, it just wasn't promising. And so he know he's on the clock. You feel me? So he can't listen. I gotta go with my veteran. I gotta go with what I know, with the Blake Griffins, with the Derrick Roses, and all them. I gotta go with these guys right now. I'm on the clock because it's not looking good for the youngsters. And it so happened to turn around because Derrick left, Blake Griffin left. Them youngsters came around. You follow what I'm saying? Dwayne Case is a little more secure. Now he got Cade Cunningham. He might have got a little 3-4 more years in the league with Detroit Pistons to watch it and let for that develop. He couldn't wait on Liangelo. He got hurt. Next man up. Try again next time. But then again, he went over to the Hornets, and that's where we are now. So that was his track line into the NBA. Imagine if he wouldn't have got hurt. The guy that's the GM already favored Liangelo. What did Dwayne Casey say when they asked him about Liangelo? Oh, he's a very good kid, outstanding basketball player. But I can tell that it was something going on with Liangelo in Detroit that Dwayne Casey could not commit. And what it was, his ankle. So that's what really happened right there, dude. It wasn't because of his performance. It's because they couldn't wait. Listen, we can't wait on Liangelo. We got other players that's healthy. We gotta keep it pushing. Detroit is on the clock. My job, I'm on the clock. Remember, I'm probably the only basketball coach in history that get most improved coach of the year and get fired. You feel me? So that's basically what happened. It was just a bad timing for an injury for Liangelo Ball. And it turned somewhat tragic. So he had to, waive him. They didn't want to waive him because the general manager brought him there. But when he got the progress report, they was like, okay, let's move forward, man. You can't be mad at Troy Weaver because he gave him 2 opportunities. And listen, Lonzo nor LaMelo had nothing to do with that because that's on a whole different franchise. So Jello can get in on his own merit. Right. It just happened that he had that injury and they couldn't wait, man. Casey's on the clock, right, and he ain't finna play around with that.
And also, like I said, the Detroit Pistons, that was when he was with the Pistons. That's when
gotta go outside.
They had the bubble. The G League was in the bubble, and he wasn't able to play at that time. The Pistons didn't send a team down there, so right. You got a guy who, So typically, let's say you could say if you wanted to wait on him, he could play G League stuff, but there was no G League team down there in the bubble. Also, I will say that part of the thing with the OKC squad, if you remember, he did sign to the practice squad for a while he was rehabbing. And then, unfortunate turn of events again, he was on the roster officially one game. Everybody tuned in. He didn't play. And then they realized it was something was going on that he wasn't going to be able to play. He was ineligible. And then the next game he was supposed to play, and then they shut the G League season down right away. So he did start that season. He initially was on the practice squad in OKC. And then I remember, I can't remember, but they were saying like there was they did something where they put him in a place where other teams couldn't even pick him up at the time as well. He rehabbed and then he joined the squad there. So that's what happened in OKC as well. So I feel like it sucks because it is unfortunate events, and it sound like when you say it all back to back, sound like you're just making a ton of excuses for this dude. But that's just it's life, man. I can guarantee you go down the history, a lot of your favorite NBA player. I seen somewhere where the Bucks, when they won the championship, they had a stat that 60% of their team has spent time in the G League at some point. And so, and they all had the ability to then move on and then continue to play. And it's a high number too as well of guys just in the NBA period who also spent time down there in the G League as well. So.
Yeah, because if you're not good enough, ain't no GM gonna risk his name on you. You follow what I'm saying? Take you from one organization and bring you into the new organization. Normally, if you just can't cut the mustard, then they just gonna leave you where they found you, and he's gonna move on with his career. But that wasn't the case with Liangelo. Wherever Troy went, he brought Liangelo with him. That means something to me. I don't know if it means anything to y'all. Because, like I said, a lot of y'all is opinion based. And so if you don't like the guy, you're going to find a reason not to like the guy. And then some of you might say, oh, some of y'all opinion based. If you like the guy, you're going to make all kinds of excuses for the guy. But when you come out with empirical facts and you go down a chronological timeline of this guy endeavor and journey into the NBA or sub NBA, if you want to get technical, sub NBA, you can see that there was some type of erroneous problem, whether it be regime change, pandemic, unfortunate injury, but yet people still give him an opportunity to showcase his skill. This is why we at the crescendo where Liangelo got to put up or Liangelo got to shut up. With Lavar at the helm, and he knows his boys better than any of us because he presented his boys to us as a whole unit on one string. He knows what Liangelo needs to get into the NBA without excuse. Because even though he's a sharpshooter, you probably got a lot of people in the G Leagues are sharpshooters. But if he can combine, merge, augment his sharpshooting with all-around play as a decision maker within seconds and catching up to the IQ of his brothers to some degree, because I believe they have extraordinary IQs in basketball, you follow what I'm saying? Catch up to some degree, you follow what I'm saying? And package that together, integrate it, merge it, whatever you do, to the best of your ability, and then unleash it on the summer league. Then Lavar can go back and say again, for the third time, I told you so.
No, that's facts. Salute to everybody in the chat. It's gonna be wild. AB, when the start of the summer league? Do you know? I believe is it the 7th?
I'm not sure. I'll look that bad boy up though.
Yeah, I think so.
Man, I need to get out there though. To be honest, yeah. I missed last season. July 5th, July 7th is what I'm saying. Mm-hmm.
Fly out to Vegas.
I might have to.
That's right after 4th of July.
Oh no, I'm looking at that's Utah Jazz Summer League is the 7th. I'm not sure.
No, I think Vegas is a little later. I think Vegas in August, right?
Vegas is the 7th. Let me see. 11-day competition featuring all 30 NBA teams begins July 7th in Vegas.
Oh, July 7th?
Yep.
Oh, I thought it was in August.
Soon and very soon.
That's this week.
Sure is. That's this week. Yeah, you're right. That's this week.
Yeah, that's right.
It's going down.
Oh, shit. Look like I might have to take a trip.
Vegas, I might have to get out there myself. Might have to do it.
I didn't know it was this week. I thought it was in August. Man, my schedule's all messed up.
Yeah.
All right, baby, get ready. We going to Vegas.
Well,
we
were
finna hit the
you
casino.
surprised by the news, AB, or you kind of thought maybe it was possible?
I wasn't surprised, right? I think if you remember last year when the news came out that he was even tied in or had an opportunity to play with the Hornets, it was supposed to be a secret, right? We found out because Lavar's dad leaked it, right? They were keeping things on the hush hush, so I felt like when we got that information, it was going to be right, like, you know what I mean, like last minute, last second type of stuff, man. So I'm not surprised. I feel like I say this a lot of times about the Hornets. Sometimes they be fumbling the bag and not allowing him to get that second year opportunity with that summer league would have been fumbling a huge bag for them. And I think, I hope, and I pray that they smarter than that as an organization.
Right, yeah. Because what happened was also AB is that he had shared that he was up there cooking, right? And you know, me and Hoop Jargon was talking with him and everything. You know, Hoop Jargon was doing mostly listening. I was doing most of the talking, and I was like, man, whatever. Yeah, right, LB. You know what I'm saying? It was like, nah, Dex, I'm telling you, man, he up there cooking, man. LaMelo called me and say he's up there just racking them dudes, and I was like, what? I said, Hoop, you hear that? You follow what I'm saying? And
Yep.
that's when when what's your name leaked it, when not leaked it, but confirmed it. It was like, wow, you feel me? Cause I'm thinking they just out there just having wreck, you know what I mean? They just, you know, just wreck and things of that nature. But nah, that shit was an audition, and it showed it was an audition. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
I tried to get Lavar to say it on camera, if you guys can remember. And I was like, Lavar, where the Jello at? Where Jello at? And then he said, where Jello? Remember that? He said, where Jello? Jello was in his skin. You know what I'm saying? Because Yank already kind of, you know, let the cat out of the bag a little bit. So, and then I'm thinking that, you know, he's going to be back by then, because I was like a week and a half between that, or 2 weeks between there. And so by him staying up there that long, that means they were really looking at him. That's what I concluded. A lot of noise going on in the background. That's what I concluded, that they was really, really looking at him. And so by them really, really looking at him for staying that long, yeah, I was in with that foolishness. For them to really be looking at him, I'm saying, whoa, this dude might get his spins out. So I come back and run, you know, talk to Flight. You're like, Flight, I think this shit is legit. You know what I'm saying? I think Liangelo gonna be on the team, for the simple fact is that he stayed up there from the time that LB shared with me that he was just out there with his brother, because Liangelo was at the crib, not really doing nothing, kind of moping around. And then he said, man, go out there with your brother, help him with his camp, with his summer camp with the kids. And then James Borrego was at the camp. So I was like, oh, okay, at least that's a connection. And then the hooping part, you follow what I'm saying? And then LaMelo telling them that he's up here cooking these dudes. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I ain't lying. This is how you know how LaMelo be talking. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, for real? You doing that? He was like, yeah. So when he stayed that long, that meant something to me. That's how I looked at it. Like, damn, dude ain't back yet. I come back, holler at LB again. I don't see Jello. So I'm like, Lavar, where Jello at? Trying to get it on camera so all y'all can hear. And it was like, Jello, you want to know where Jello at? Jello is in his skin. So I'm like, wow, he's still up there then. So they must really be like working between you know, what's going on in my head. I'm like, he's working through the cones. He's doing suicides. He's doing the figure eights. You know what I mean? He's doing all kind of stuff in front of the trainers and all these type of people. You know what I'm saying? And then lo and behold, Devontae Graham bring it to a crescendo. And Devontae Graham show us a video with Liangelo in the weight room with the starters. Not G League players, not hopefuls, with the starters. I'm like, oh shit. And then you know what happened after that. Everybody know what happened after that. When Devontae Graham did that, that confirmed everything from what Yank said, from what Lavar said, from what LaMelo said. He is in their facility in Hornets gear. Who does that?
I can't wait, man. I gotta see him get down, man. This stuff is like Christmas for me right now. I can't wait to see what's gonna happen. We gotta see this go down. It's too much in our heads. We gotta see this happen. Just let the boy do his thing. That's all I say. Let the boy do his thing. Just let him do his thing.
One of the other funny things that happened last season as well in that whole story was after Devontae Graham gave us that sneak peek on Instagram, Mitch Kupchak and them had because let's see, Summer League last year was in August, and that's probably why you got the dates there, right? And I remember Mitch Kupchak did a press conference and they were asking him about Jello. He went to team, and that's where he said, man, he went to team. He out here doing his thing. He confirmed that as well. But they said that they were going to bring in a small contingent of guys to basically try out to be on the summer league team. And he kind of got caught in the lie because the way that he set the dates up is when they were going to like have to try out was like after the team had to be assembled and be in Vegas. So he didn't even have to do that second tryout with all of these guys. He just was automatic. He was on the roster 2 days later. You know what I'm saying? I want to say it was something like he was like, on the 11th, we're going to have guys come out and see who we send to Vegas. But then the summer league started on the 8th. You know what I'm saying? So the Jello situation is one that it's entertaining, it's exciting, it has contributed to the fact that the NBA has become a 12 months show now, right? Nobody cared about the the summer league until Zoe set it off, and then we was praying to get Melo there. He ain't had to do it because of the pandemic, but now we've been getting Jello, and it's a movie ever since. So you know what I'm saying? The NBA, I can damn near guarantee you if they pulled up the ratings for the most viewed summer leagues, it's gonna be Ball brothers in all of those games. You know what I'm saying? Even when Melo was out there with Zion at the same time the summer league was going, they shut down Vegas on one end and Zoe was shutting down Vegas on the other end. It's been a movie, man, and folks been tuned in since then. So it's up and it's stuck, in the words of Cardi B.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And a lot of people just think that we just pushing fantasy on behalf of the Ball brothers. But if you haven't been at an event, and especially a sporting event, and especially a basketball event, where one of these brothers are featured, then you don't feel the fervor. You just don't feel it. You follow what I'm saying? You don't feel the electricity. When you actually there and feel that frequency and that vibe, when they out there going nuts. And let me tell you something. Tyrese Halliburton. I know y'all guys heard of Tyrese Halliburton, right? The guard from Iowa State that got drafted in the LaMelo Ball draft. That was same as LaMelo Ball was running neck and neck for Rookie of the Year, and he received 2 consecutive months as Rookie of the Month, as LaMelo Ball did. That Tyrese Halliburton when he was with the Sacramento Kings, right? I'm sitting right there talking with him and his girl. Yes, he got a beautiful snow bunny. Let me tell you that. Oh my God, he know how to pick his girl. But nevertheless, I'm sitting there talking to him, and then all of a sudden, Alvin Gentry pulls up, and then of course Luke Walton pulls up. Now Luke Walton don't really, he doesn't say anything, but Alvin Gentry did, give me a nod or whatever. I had a mask on my face, and on my mask it was neon lights was going through, because it was, people still have to wear masks inside buildings and things of that nature. And the neon light said Jello. You follow what I'm saying? G-E-L-O. Just going across like a marquee. And so the Sacramento owner saw me because I was in their section sitting right there, right there with the guys. And he said, "Oh, how bold are you?" He said, "Look at this guy. He got a Jello mask on." That's how he said it. So he's familiar with him. And then he was like, he called one of his little cronies over. So he came over, and it's on Flight Sports TV. He's down in his library. He came over, and this guy's worth like $50 billion. Let me tell you, that's the only time I ever spoke to a billionaire on that situation, because I had the Jello mask. he commanded that much attention that me, myself, lowly me, was able to have a few second conversation with a billionaire. You feel me? Of course, he's of Indian descent. And then he called his crony over and he took a picture with my mask. He said, take a picture of that mask. And he took a picture of the mask with Jello going across of it, right? So now I go back to talk to Tyrese Halliburton because I wanted to get an interview for Flight Sports TV. And he granted me the interview. But when he kept looking at my mask, I guess something flipped in his head like, I ain't finna interview with this guy. You got a Jello mask and we playing them. You know, well, he wasn't playing, but the Sacramento Kings was playing. Davion Mitchell was out there and some other of the Sacramento guys was out there. And so he flipped the script on me. He didn't give me the interview. So I tapped his girl because, like I said, we was talking, you know, just chumming me up, talking, you know what I mean? And so I tapped him again. And I tapped his girl and I said, can you get his attention? Because you remember he said he was going to give me an interview. Can you check when he was going to be? He said, oh, yeah, okay, hold on. And she said, babe, aren't you going to give me an interview? Remember he said you're going to give this guy an interview. And he's like, nah, I'm done with that. That's all he said. And kind of like waved me off, like, shoot. You follow what I'm saying? And I was like, this motherfucker here. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, it was all because of Jello mask, and they were yelling. Listen to what I'm telling you. They were yelling to their team, stop Liangelo, do not let him score a bucket. And I tell you, if you go back and look at that game or highlights of that game, they were smothering Liangelo Ball, did not want him to get a shot off, and the crowd was screaming for Liangelo to score every time he touched that ball, and Halliburton and Alvin Gentry was just over there just laughing and giggling, and Halliburton crossed his arms and said, I can't believe these guys are going nuts over him. I mean, they're literally going nuts every time he touched the ball. This is crazy. That's exact words. I'm not paraphrasing it. That's exact what he said out of his mouth. Every time he touched the ball. That's crazy. So I'm like, whoa. I looked at it another way. I was like, if he's an NBA player, he was a college standout. He was played up there in Iowa State. He was everything to that team, especially going into the tournament. And he knows when crazies are crazies. You feel me? For him to be that surprised in that type of setting, to say they're going crazy over Jello, and that's crazy to him to see this, that tells me a whole lot of what kind of weight that this guy have, not only with a celebrity, but even with the hate, because there's no way that the Sacramento Kings and the players that were sitting on the bench, players and coaches, talking about, don't let him score. Stop him. Don't let him score. Smother him. You don't get that in Summer League.
That's facts. We got a lot of facts. We're in here cooking tonight on G3. What you said? What you said, Reese?
No, I'm just saying, like, you know, he bringing these facts like that, and it's like, it's kind of like, it's so much the dude can do. Man, geez, I just don't get it. I still see it happening in front of my face, and I still don't understand it. It drives me crazy. It drives me crazy. Dude's about to go nuts. He's killing people. You know, he's killing people, and everybody knows. Everybody knows. If you don't know, you are purposely not looking at what we are seeing. You're purposely like looking the other way. He's killing people, and they know he can kill people. I think that's what it is. I think they know that once he's unleashed, like, it's gonna be a big slap in the face or something. I think that's what it is. They don't want to. They don't want Lavar just to be 1,000,000,000% correct. They don't want that. They don't want that. They don't want that. But Jello's nice. I think he's the nicest. I'm sorry. I think he's the nicest. I think Melo got the best flash. Lonzo's the most complete, but I think Jello is just. I think he's the. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. I just think he's the one. I think he's the one. How you score like 70 points in a high school game like 3 times? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody does stuff like that.
And he did it in he did it in Lithuania. So it's not that he just did it in high school in an environment that he's familiar with. He did it overseas.
Yeah.
Right before he entered the draft, he scored 77 points or something like that, or 70 points, and then entered the draft, and then got a commercial with Trae Young. And remember, he was the one speaking in the commercial. Trae Young didn't utter a word. Liangelo had the speaking part in that commercial that they debuted for Foot Locker. Keep that in mind. Stop playing with Liangelo, man.
That's why it don't make sense. That's why I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. That's why I'm watching it happen, and it just don't make sense. I'm like, gee whiz. Gee whiz. I need one of the Matrix pills right now.
Here's what, if I'm being honest, right? I think what the thing with Jello is this, right? Is he hasn't had his moment to really develop like a Lonzo and a LaMelo has, right? If you really think about how much basketball LaMelo has played, like it's prepared him to another level for the NBA, right? He played in high level high school basketball, went to the junior basketball, went to Lithuania, played in the LKL, then played additional games so that first, let me break this down for y'all. That Lithuanian team played in 2 leagues already, right? They played in the LKL, which is the #1 league in Lithuania, which is a high level league in Europe. And then they also played in like the Baltic League, right? So there was a bunch of games there. And then they played in the Big Baller Brand Challenge. So there's 3 sets of games that they were playing in of different levels of player. High level guys who played NCAA, played national teams all over there in the LKL, next level guys, and then anybody worldwide who would come to Lithuania to play them. Once y'all remember, they played a team from China or from Asia who flew to Lithuania to play them there. Then he left there as 16 years old. That was 16, 15 years old when he did that. Came back, played in the Junior Basketball Association here versus guys who had already graduated high school and either had played D1 level in college, some played D2, but was much older than him by at least 2 years at that point, right? Then LaMelo played domestically versus those guys. Then they went overseas and played anybody who would want to play them again overseas. Came back, went to high-level high school basketball here, and then went to Australia to play, right? So I say that to say LaMelo has had this unique opportunity to really, really, really refine his game that Jello just hasn't had. So I think like we see the potential with Jello, but I do believe that this time he's getting in the G League, in the Summer League, is useful for him before he gets that opportunity to play on the NBA court and really be able to take advantage of it, right? They could throw him out there and he would be okay, maybe, but there are things that you just got to pick up from playing the game that he just probably has not, you know what I mean, got his opportunity to do, right? So he had some of that Lithuanian stuff. He had some of the JBA stuff. But I can tell you this for a fact, right? If you think about the JBA, he played in the JBA halfway through the first season. And when I tell you, when you talk about an ankle injury, when I'm telling you, in every JBA game he played in, his ankle was the size of a grapefruit. Like he didn't practice a lot. He really, in practice, would sit around and ice the ankle. Like that was practice for him, internationally or whatever. And we're playing against teams who the team in Macedonia, who is like the national team, you know what I mean? Like 5, 6 national guys showed up they done damn near put an all-star team together, and Jello giving them 70, 65 on a grapefruit ankle. You feel me? And it's not, and I want to say this, bro. This is the thing. It's not like folks was laying down. Imagine if your country's pride is on the line. I don't care if we brought a bunch of dudes from the YMCA and we said y'all playing for the United States, they going hard.
Nobody getting 70. Nobody.
No, they filing exactly. They not doing it. Mid-level dudes at the YMCA is not. If you say you playing for the hood, anything they going hard. So you take the whole country, say, give me your best players and go play this dude, the famous kid, the Kardashians of basketball. You're not giving him 65. And he did that on a grapefruit ankle. And so what I'm saying is I know that he's super talented, but I personally feel like this trajectory that he's on will pay off in the long run for him. He's gonna get that experience this year 2 of really NBA level, you know what I mean, competition, and he gonna like do his thing. He gonna show up, probably play more minutes and all that stuff. So I'm hyped for what he got to offer for this second season. You know what I mean? But it's only the second season. That's even more crazier.
Man,
Listen, let me say something real quick. You guys, listen, shout out to Flight Sports TV. You guys are rocking with the best. And you have to understand that it's levels to this. And when you get the opportunity to be amongst living legends, I'm talking about AB the Hero. AB the Hero was up close and personal, live, in color, in 3D, witnessing every dribble that Liangelo Ball made in the JBA USA Tour, World Tour. Listen to this. You're listening to a living icon in this ball landscape thing. He was there. He witnessed it. He announced the game. He analyzed it. He gave us an appreciation to watch this game on Facebook. That's who you're talking to right now. AB the Hero, that guy that was on Ball in the Family, announcing these JBA games and giving us terms that we never heard of before. And now these terms are common. We hearing them all over the basketball media, where they talking about swiggle, bunnies, this, that. Those terms we heard first from AB the Hero. Give this man his freaking crown, and I mean now. And make sure you got the proper jury on that crown. Do not play with this man. Do not play with this man when it comes to this, because he is the grandfather of it all. He was there. You feel me? Don't play with AB the Hero. Yes, he might have took a little hiatus at one time, and he came back, and look, and he came back stronger than ever. You know what Jay-Z said? After Ether, I got stronger. And you're looking at it right now. So show this man the utmost respect. He knows what he's talking about. He's seen every freaking dribble of Liangelo in the JBA World Tour, and he analyzed it and announced it and gave it back to us in the type of food that we can absorb. You feel me? So don't look at him as just no ordinary. He's not an ordinary. I know he's humble, he's modest, but I'm going to put it out there for him. You feel me? And Lavar loved this man. LaMelo loved this man. Liangelo loved this man. You see how they chumly on those videos. You see it. Don't act like y'all don't see that. You know what I'm saying? So he knows what he's talking about. It's not opinion based. AB the Hero knows what he's talking about. He's seen it, man.
That's facts right there. Facts. Ball facts. All ball facts right there.
I want to say something too.
What'd you say, Fat? What'd you say, Reese?
I said that's all ball facts right there. You know, I'm hot facts, but that's the real facts right there. I gotta take a seat to that one.
Yeah. Shout out my man Reese.
Say, I know you guys are probably not on this topic. I'm sorry. I know I've been off on the computer, so I was just listening. But if you guys don't mind, I wanted to ask you guys a question about today's draft. I mean, about the free agents. The free agents. Did you guys like that?
Before we switch topics, can I say one other thing about Jello? Somebody in the comments said, name and say what NBA player had Jello Ball ever scored 30 or 40 points against? And I want you to take it. If you go back to Chino Hills, when they were playing literally everybody in the country, they played against all your favorite players, and Jello hung 30 and 40 across the board. I watched one film. I was watching them play, and I was like, damn, is that Bam Adebayo? Is that such and such? I'm talking about like super teams on that level of guys who playing in the NBA, and he was outscoring all of them dudes. So
super teams. May modern day, not even what May modern day, like they may look people. I'm from CIFS down here. I have to play against modern day and all them schools. They made the superior modern day look like nothing. Do you know how hard that is to do that? Man, people don't know. When Chino Hills did that thing, they took out in California, people, if you from another part of the country, we got ballers here. They have to go through team after team after team and not just winning, just killing them. So the NBA player comment there, go back and check all them teams. Go back and check all them teams, and some of them teams, go ask their daddies. Go ask John Stockton and all them dudes. Go ask them about their nephews and stuff that got done up. Chino Hills was not playing. They made them dudes leave.
Yeah, I didn't want to change the subject. You guys want to continue on. I just wanted to ask a quick question about, did you guys agree with that trade for Rudy Gobert today?
They overpaid.
Overpaid?
Hell yeah. I think they overpaid for that.
Man, that's a ridiculous trade, man.
Yeah. Hey, they
And
gave
think
him
about
like
it.
what, three first round picks? And you know the thing
And
about
think,
it is
but think about
trading,
this.
they
If he's pulling that, what the hell do you have to give up to get Durant?
That's a fact. The only thing I'll say that I appreciate about that trade is for that Timberwolves team, like they adding him, they got better. Like for that team, like that's a piece that changes the conversation for them as far as championship playoffs or whatever. So you might have to overpay, but if that pushes you a little bit further, right? If you got Karl Anthony Towns out there and Rudy Gobert and Anthony Edwards, like you on to something. You got some pieces. So you know what I mean? Like you could hope that you would draft a guy with the caliber of a Rudy Gobert or that piece, and you might not get to do it. So I give them credit for getting better. A lot of teams don't actually get better when they give up all of them pieces, and they got better.
Well, let me say this, and I agree with partial of your statement, meaning this. Have you ever seen Anthony Towns play the 4th spot? He's never played it in his life. You look at the offensive side, you can say, yeah, but can he guard 4s? Or is he going to get beat up? Think about it. That's the only downside to it. They asking Anthony Towns to do something that he have never did. Not one time. He never played it. And then there is a question when you give up that many players along with draft choices. I mean, with draft picks, because you really hampering your team in the future if you don't succeed. And if it doesn't work, it's a total disaster because they gave up damn near everything. Now, I'm not saying it won't work, but it's questions in there. It looks good. A lot of times, a lot of things look good, but we got to see how Towns plays on defense. And if you can stay out of foul trouble, dealing with the different. I mean, but that's the question that we all have to see. That's that's all I'm saying.
Because like the NBA is lazy too. It's not like a bunch of dudes are out there really with that mentality to just give you work every single. It's a lot of laziness going on, and the way he plays, he shoot that 3, and he's already back on defense because he's not down there in the block. He's already back on defense, and he's gonna be back where it's a team defense thing. They got a Rudy Gobert is. I don't like him as like if anyone says he's like the main dude, but put him with a Towns, yeah, that's
gonna be dangerous, man. Towns don't want to be the center anyway.
Yeah,
it could be. But here's the deal: the reason I'm asking questions about it, does he have the foot speed to play defense at a 4? That's where it's going to be tested.
Well, I know that Rudy Gobert could do it.
Yeah.
You think they're gonna play Rudy at the center? You know that.
But they don't.
Yo, listen, Towns is a good ass defender too, though. I mean, let's stop acting like he's somebody else. Like
but he ain't never played against fours all the time. He's been a center.
The athletic
I'm not saying
trainer
he
goes
can't do it. I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm just saying it's a question.
If they know he gonna come and play defense on the fours like that, I guarantee. I'm a trainer myself. They already slimming him down so that he can be more agile and able to move laterally. It's all there. It's the NBA. They're already working on that.
Yeah, they're gonna have to.
Already.
I'm gonna look up their depth chart because they got rid of so many players. Their depth chart is totally different now.
But I feel like that's the thing is he won't have to do something he can't do for the entire game, right?
I can understand that. Yeah.
What Rudy Gobert does is give you opportunities to give a bunch of different looks. It give you opportunities to stop having a super highway to the rim, right? And if Gobert can play on the defensive end, could play the four, then they just gonna switch that anyway coming down the court. Because Karl Anthony Towns on the offensive end, we didn't talk about he shoot the three ball like he trying to be a small forward out there. And then so when he coming back this other way, they gonna want to hide him. If they hide him in the paint, all you gotta do is be long and big, and we're gonna let Rudy. I don't know, man. I think that's a good problem to have if you're trying to figure out if Karl Anthony Towns can figure out if he can play fours on defense. Then you got a damn good problem. Like that's a solid problem.
Yeah, and I'm bringing up their depth chart. I'm bringing up their depth chart now to just see, and they still got Liangelo Russell, Anthony Edwards, Kyle Anderson. They picked him up. That's right.
Yeah,
they picked up Kyle Anderson.
They got a nice squad right there. Right there, they can compete. They can compete with that. You know, all they would have to do is because. On defense, Anthony Edwards, you know, he's young enough, you know, he's in and out of lanes and stuff like that. Liangelo Russell, a little whatever, but all in all, that's straight right there. You just give Town some help. They got Kyle Anderson. He's a smart player, you know.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. What it did was deplete their bench. They gotta regroup. They really don't have anything. They got Jordan McLaughlin, Prince, they got Jaden McDaniels and Nas Reed on the bench. It kind of because they gave up so many players.
They ain't go get anybody though. They can go get some players.
That's what shit. What they salary looking like now? I think they right there. They gonna hit the lucky tax.
Yeah, I think they are. You know, Washington, and that's an odd thing for you to bring that up. But that's an odd thing for you to bring that up because Washington is over the cap. Do you think that's a good move on their part? Do you think they're gonna make the playoffs? Washington.
Yeah, listen, hold on, wait a second. I like Washington, man. I like what they got with Porzingis. I like their young core. Bradley Beal, he just got all that money. He better deliver their ass to the playoffs. Porzingis is a good player. I'm not saying he's a star or nothing like that, but he could still give you 20 and 10.
Will Barton give you 15?
And block stats. Yeah, he's gonna help out on defense. So they got a team. And they was playing better towards the end of the season without Bradley Beal.
There are certain organizations in the NBA who I just feel like every year I just assume y'all are gonna be trash, and the Washington Wizards is one of them. I am going to just have to be surprised, but I don't care who they put on the roster. I just assume they're not gonna make the playoffs and or make it and get swept. That's their jerseys put them in that situation.
Yeah, but they was in the playoffs not this year. They was in the playoffs last year.
Yeah, the first round. That's surprising. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, they had to fight like hell to get there.
Yeah,
whatever.
Drop 22 a game.
They brought back Mitchell Robinson, man. The Knicks.
Yeah,
they brought him back.
Cool.
Huh?
That was cool. Yeah,
they brought him back.
Now you think now that they got this point guard, you think they're gonna be better?
Of course,
I was just talking to some guys about them. Yeah, they're gonna be better.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be good too.
They should
But
be
the
able to
deal on
compete
that
for
is
playing in the
the deal on that
playoffs.
is, and this applies to every team in the East. The whole damn landside got better. All the teams got better. So you better be better. Because Detroit ain't no pushover no more, guys.
Yo, the Eastern Conference ain't no pushover no more.
Yeah, the
Damn
East
right.
look kind of nice. The East look kind of nice. It look right.
Man, they look real nice. That's where the powers are.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to figure out what Charlotte gonna do, because you got Atlanta. They done retooled the team that you played in the play-in. You got a goddamn all-star. I mean, this is shit is getting out of control. You see when Ant-Man got Ant-Man they're gonna be a force. You know, so I mean,
So far,
you got LaMelo.
so far,
what the hell he
guys.
gonna get?
So far, guys, who didn't won the draft? Who didn't won the free agent? Which team? So far,
I mean, Detroit's been dominating.
I think Detroit didn't retool better than anybody
So
too.
far, you say who won the what? Who won the free agent?
Who didn't won the free agent pickup and the draft so far of all NBA teams?
Well, I say as far as the free agency, I say the Timberwolves won.
Oklahoma City.
Overpaid, but whatever team get KD, that's gonna be the team that wins for me.
Well, that's why I said so far.
If he goes to the Suns, that's not right. But if he go to the Suns, he not gonna win because Chris Paul don't win, so he don't want to go there. That's bad luck.
Is Dex still on the panel? Because I wanted to ask him something. I knew this, but I didn't want to bring it up until since he's not. He'll hear me. What I was going to bring up to you guys is this: did you guys know that Kevin Durant knew from the very start when they requested a trade that there were a certain amount of teams that couldn't even trade for him because of the Ben Simmons rule? Did you guys know that? In other words, every NBA team don't even have to, they can't even trade for him because it's a Ben Simmons rule that is in effect. And the Lakers were one of the teams without it. Dex, did I just hear your voice?
Yes, break it down. Let me hear what you got to say.
Yeah, what is
I know you know this.
You want to talk about my Lakers?
Hold on, guys. Now y'all see how quick he come back on the panel when I bring this up? I knew he would hear this.
I never left.
I know you wasn't gone. What I wanted to ask you, Dex, but I know you knew this. Were you in on this plan? Because you mighty damn sneaky. Just tell the truth, Dex. Come on.
Well, explain this Ben Simmons rule, first of all, because I got something else.
Well, what it consists of is players can't be traded to another team that had a 5-year rookie deal on it, which is certain teams in the league have did that, and they own the team, so they can't be traded. So these players can't be traded to those teams. And the Lakers is one of the teams that does not apply to, meaning they can go to the Lakers. But then in a sense, they can't go to, let me look it up. I just read the team, but I can't remember all of them. It's quite a few of them.
Well, I don't know about no other team, but when it comes to the Lakers, you already know the situation. Well, you don't know, but you're familiar with the situation that comes with Kyrie, who is very mercurial. And now we got wind of Kevin Durant wants out after Kyrie opted in. So
go ahead, talk. Yep.
So the funny thing is that the Nets, to me, they feel like they're done with Kyrie because there's reports coming out of Brooklyn that the Nets are not even cooperating with Kyrie to try to find him a suitable team or partner to facilitate his movement out of Brooklyn. It's like you're on your own. You know what I mean? We done with it. And then Brooklyn is also rumored that Brooklyn could try to what they call stretch the contract out and make it a 3-year contract, and that will hurt Kyrie Irving because if they stretch his contract out and defer payments in 3, then that means Kyrie Irving makes about $12.3 million a year, and that doesn't equate to his value because his contract is actually $36.9 million a year. So you see what I'm saying? So now the only value that can come, which will hurt Brooklyn, is somebody in the mid-level exception. So when he goes to that team, then Kyrie is only getting 12 million plus a year instead of the 36 million for that 1 year in that lump sum. Now, if they do that, that'll be very petty. But Brooklyn looks at Kyrie as a perpetual pestilence due to the fact is that how he was so, committed, non-committed, political, non-political. So they feel that Kyrie himself let down the organization by a lot of his off-court decision making. Now, I'm not judging Kyrie on that. I'm just telling you, don't kill the messenger. I'm just reporting you how Brooklyn is feeling about it and how that affects Kyrie and how they trying to take leverage away from Kyrie. Because like I said, the Nets are not interested in helping Kyrie get to a suitable destination that will calm his storm while the Nets are left in shambles.
Well, even in a more sense, to go even further with it, Dex, they're actually not going to negotiate with what he really want to do. They are that angry with him. Meaning this, whoever he asked to be traded with, they likely to say, no, we don't want to send you there. We're going to send you somewhere else. So it's been got ugly, actually. But the reason I brought it up is because it does make sense because it's been said. Well, I don't know if it's true. I didn't speak to Kyrie and I didn't speak to Durant. That they knew about the certain teams that were not able to sign them. And they definitely wanted to go to the Lakers. It's true. They both want to end up with the Lakers. And they knew that the Lakers were one of the teams that could receive them. Now, I'm looking at this like this. Hold on one second. I'm looking at this like this. If they go to the Lakers, that's a great thing. I think it's good for the league. But I say this in any other sense to all the rest of the teams out there. If you're trying to get KD, it's going to ruin damn near every team. Because I do not, and I hate to say this, I just don't believe in that Minnesota trade. I think they gave up the lot. And I think it's going to be a little bit too much. And I think if you get that much up for Rudy, I think you're going to give up even more for KD.
Right. We got some legends in the building. Hoop Jargon. What's the deal? Hoop Jargon done pulled out.
Flight,
it's getting star-studded. We got AB the hero in the building. It's crazy.
Oh, man, AB here too already, man. Shout out to AB, shout out to Flight, man. Shout out to the panel, shout out to the chat.
What's good? I know you heard about this breaking news with Liangelo Ball. It's confirmed. The Hornets confirmed on Instagram the roster was released and Liangelo Ball was front and center. What's your thoughts on this situation? You know you've been out training with Team BBB with the Drew League. Talk to us.
Oh, yeah, man. I mean, it's not a surprise to me, man. He did this thing with Greensboro with his limited minutes, spot minutes, however you want to shake that out. Last year he did his damn thing. So, I mean, we know what Jello is. And I even got Dane Irvin. If y'all don't know, y'all don't follow my channel. Dane Irvin, he's a scout for the Phoenix Suns. I even got him to admit that Jello was a sharpshooter. So, Jello has proven to a lot of people that he worked his weight in gold. So, it doesn't surprise me at all that, it's no debate. Now you got him on the marquee now, as far as the summer league. And I gotta say this, Flight. I just talked to my guy, Will, man, and I'm a more likely than not be reporting live from the summer league, bro. Out in Vegas, man. So I'm trying to get
too. Y'all heard what Hoop Jargon say. Y'all go check his channel out. If you're not subscribed to Hoop Jargon, you do not really rock with Flight Sports TV. I'm telling you. Not only that, I'm gonna go a step further. I'm gonna drop the link right now to Hoop Jargon's channel, and I'm telling you, if you don't subscribe to his channel right now, you're not a true supporter of Flight Sports. Point blank, period.
Appreciate that, Dave. It's funny. I like the fact that when you first stepped to me, I had the bigger channel, and I was like, man, I didn't know who you was, but your energy was right. I was like, man, hell yeah, let's do a show. And it's funny how a year later, shit, you know, but your
stupid. Yeah, but listen, Hoop Jargon, I still look at you like the big brother. You understand? You see, I still keep that same energy. I'm trying to lead a trail of the next wave of creators. So they come in with that respect. And I think that's lost because we on the internet and everybody can be who they want to be. So hopefully we can continue that respect online. We don't have to be on here on some crazy stuff. So I'm still that same dude. I try to be. You know, I see whatever I can do to help. We trying to do it.
No, you are, man, and that authenticity is like why I always stuck with you because you know the stuff we done went through being a part of who we was affiliated with and yada yada yada. But I always was like, nah, flight cool. Nah,
yeah, it's gonna be a time. Yo, listen, now that you said that, it's gonna be a time where I'm gonna talk on that. Remember, I said
you drop that link.
It's gonna be a time where I official. I ain't really never get a chance to speak. I got some stuff in place where I'm gonna finally get my side of the story.
There you go.
Everybody been talking except for me.
Drop that link. Drop that link, Flight.
I got you. I'm doing it right now.
So like I said, when people question Flight, I'm like, nah, Flight thorough. He ain't never not been who he was. He ain't never not been that. So I was like, nah.
Incredibly, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, so I gotta say that as I preface with, but yeah, I'm gonna be more likely than not covering the summer league. So, you know, hopefully I can chop it with Lavar. Hopefully I can chop it with Jello, with the fellas. I mean, everybody out there. I'm gonna cover for everything. You know, I don't just run a ball channel, but you know, I have a strong affinity for the family. So, you know, hopefully all those things can go all together.
Right.
Go together.
I got a question for you, Hoop Jargon, because I'm gonna be real with you. You say you're not a ball, you don't do too much ball family, but you're a ball family content legend. When you gonna get back in the field and start pushing out that pure product again? Because don't nobody talk that mellow like you. Don't nobody talk that zone or Jello. We might need Hoop Jargon back in the field again. You know, leaving a path of devastation. I'm telling you.
You know what? I'm gonna keep it true.
I think it's time.
I appreciate that. I'm gonna keep it true. You know, it's funny. I started going through my old videos when I first started YouTube in 2020, like taking it serious YouTube, and I started changing my thumbnails to make them better. And I was literally like, every video was ball content when nobody really was doing it back then like that.
Right.
And I did it because of the love of the family. I ain't know him. I ain't get a chance to meet Lavar. You know, I met him after the fact, but it's almost been a year since I got to, kick it at the mansion. But the space became crazy once I became a YouTuber. When I started, because I was doing it just out of love. I was like, dog, these dudes like on some other shit. So when it became a YouTube culture, and then it started getting kind of goofy to me a little bit, so I'm just gonna step away a little bit.
I feel you. Yeah, it's crazy. It's like people get upset that you was doing things, creating certain things. Even though the reason why we all linked up anyway was because we was doing the same thing. I mean, it makes absolutely no sense. Why the hell did I reach out to you?
No, real shit. I didn't know who you was, bro. I didn't.
I reached out to you because you was talking that talk.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I really do. I do appreciate that shit. But to your point, yeah. So what I want to do, because I mean everybody covered the ball kids. I want to cover it on some shit that like means something. So when I do a video, it's something to me I done broke down of really watching them. So because I don't want to just flood it with that. Because you know how it goes. You get typecasted as one type of content creator. That's why I do HBCU, but I ain't just an HBCU creator. You know what I'm saying? I do everything. I do everything sports related, mostly basketball centric. So that's kind of my lane. I know it limits me from, getting a niche, but, I'm cool with that, man. Because I rock with who I rock with. I rock with AB. I rock with Ball Facts. I rock with you. I rock with DJ. I know, I don't even know where y'all at, but I rock with Pope. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's the space is big and these webs intermingle, but, you know what I'm saying? They can go left too. So I don't know how I even got on this tangent, but I gotta say
It's cool.
Yeah,
every name you made, every name you just said has made an impact.
Just admit that what's in your cup right now, Hope Jargon.
You say what?
Just admit what's in your cup right now. That's why you went on that tangent.
Yeah. I got some Jesus juice in my cup. That's what's damn sure.
Oh Lord.
No, we're gonna keep it a thou while. But no, I mean, my mind works like that even when I'm sober. Like my mind just works everywhere. Like that's kind of, and I have appreciation for things. May not be able to say it in a moment, but when I appreciate it, it's like, damn, like, cause I just, cause again, let me back it up. I was looking at my first videos, like literally today, and changing the thumbnails today. I was like, golly, like I got 2,000 subscribers. It started from this. Like it was garbage. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's cool just to see the progression. And it just so happened this stream kind of came in today. And I just think of the culmination of where I've started and where it's at. and who I rock with to this day. Because I mean, I thought AB was a dude I couldn't touch. Like, to be honest, like, and so it's cool. I can hit up AB when I feel like hitting AB. I just thought he was an untouchable guy. You know what I mean? And he's taking the hell off. So it's dope, man. And meeting Dex, who didn't know me from a can of paint, he knew my name. Introduced me to Lavar, and it took it where it went. So I'm appreciative of the whole experience, man.
Right. Yeah. I got a question for you, Hoop Jargon. In today's deals, not to change the subject, but I want to ask you your thoughts on this.
Go for it.
Did you like that Minnesota deal that went down today?
Ooh, that's an awesome question, bro. I like it because the fact that Karl-Anthony Towns is not a rim protector. He's a little soft. I'm not going to shit on him like he's not a great player, because he is. I think that edge that the Timberwolves need, he can't provide. So I like bringing Gobert in for a guy who that's all he is edge. He's all rim protection. He got that European, not European, French mentality. And you don't know about French dudes. They're very prideful. So I like it for that. How does it move the needle? I can't say, but I like it for them adding an element of toughness, because we know they soft as hell. I know Pat Beverly gave him an edge, but that's from the point guard position. From a rim protection standpoint, they didn't have that. So I think he adds the element that they were definitely missing.
Well, I just want to read off the return gift they gave. Malik Beasley, Patrick Beverly, Jared Vanderbilt, Leandro Ballmer, Walker Kessler, and four first-round picks.
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. I didn't know it was 4. No, hell no. That's like some Lakers shit right there. That's why we fucked up.
And they unprotected.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
No.
Three of them are unprotected.
All right. X everything I just said, because if you do a move like that, you in win now mode. And in my opinion,
that's what I'm saying. That was my question. I was like, damn. You know?
Yeah, that's stupid. That's reckless.
Well, what I don't like about it is, first of all, you gave them Patrick Beverly, Michael Beasley, and 3 more players, and you gave him Walker Kessler. He's an up and coming young center.
That's a lot. And 4 draft picks.
You gave up a lot. And when I say that, I'm going to lead to this. So what the hell will it take to get Durant on somebody's team?
Shit, for real. If that's the price of the brick, Lord have mercy. To get a guy who's bona fide, like, yikes.
The best deal, the only way you get a good Durant is in a sign and trade. Any other way, he's going to gut your team.
Yeah. Well, people talk about the Lakers.
I'm happy that you said that. I don't mean to cut you off, Marvin, because I was listening. I was talking about this with Dex earlier. I was listening to all them bullshit shows this morning. I actually gave it a listen. You know, I couldn't believe what I was listening to. They was up here basically. It was Chris Broussard, Nick Wright or whatever the hell his name is. They were basically advocating for Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving to go to the Lakers like it was some charity case. Like the poor Lakers, the only place this could happen is in Los Angeles.
Like,
I was like, what the hell is this going on?
Like, I'm a Lakers fan and I'm sick of this shit. I'm like,
I couldn't believe this.
Don't nobody owe us no players. No, we the Lakers.
Well, hold up. Now y'all finna get
making
Dex
it
back.
seem like nobody would want these 2 players. Like they were really going hard. Like the Lakers.
All right, but Flight, you did hear what Dex was just explaining, right? What Dex was just explaining is that Brooklyn is upset with Kyrie. So I'm not saying that it's not going to happen, but they really, and a lot of people feel like Kyrie is holding the chips. Brooklyn has really got the cards in their hand because they the one that's got to agree.
They'll do good by Kevin Durant
because they got to agree with whoever he want to go to. If they keep saying no, they just they're going to end up eating that contract because he's going to leave after next year. But I mean, it's a bad situation, man. It's and then I want to get to this. How about Boston sneaking in here and doing every damn thing?
That was highway robbery. That was grand larceny.
What the hell is Indiana doing?
Being Indiana?
Yeah, being there.
This is what they do.
Indiana trying to get ready to get Melo in a couple of years.
Once they take Gordon Hayward off the Hornets' hands, then
You ain't lying. They gave Malcolm Brogdon to the Celtics. That's all the fuck they needed.
Gave the Lakers Miles Turner.
What?
Same team that gave
Miles Turner's a Laker now.
They lost out.
You lying?
No, he's a Laker now.
Oh yeah, I just read the latest update.
Who's the Laker next?
Miles Turner.
Miles Turner's a Laker. Whoa.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
wait a minute, Dex. I'm reading the updates.
They got that stretch. They got that stretch. They got that defense.
right there. That's a move.
Wait a minute, Dex. Hold on, guys. I'm reading. Wait a minute. I got the updates on 28 minutes ago. The last signing was Damon Lee to the Suns. Before that, it was a Thunder signing Chet Holmgren. The Timberwolves 2 hours ago, Brett Forbes. I do not see that signing, Dex. When did they do that?
Today.
Oh, so it was earlier today?
Yep.
Dex is trolling, bro.
Let me find it. Hang on, guys.
Hey,
that should have been
drop down because I'm about to cook, man.
Marvin don't like that.
Oh, say it one more
Yes,
time.
sir. Salute to you.
I'm on the grill.
I
Me and my ladies, so I'm gonna pop that up.
Have a good time.
Yeah. Marvin don't like that. Look at him like Marvin don't like that.
No, that's not the case, Dex.
Do you know what that's gonna do for Anthony Davis? Do you know what that's gonna do for a healthy Anthony Davis, my man? Shout out to Uncle Vern. He finally woke up. He been asleep all day.
You might be joking, Dex.
Listen, man. Breaking news: Lakers got Miles Turner. Now, what part of that you didn't understand, Marvin? Perspective. You see, I ain't mentioned nothing about the Lakers because I'm good. I'm kind of good right now. I'm feeling good. Yes, sir. We have the Lakers.
I know you trolling, Dex. I ain't gonna believe that.
Okay. Keep searching.
It's right here. Say NBA
Google.
trade. 3-team trade lands Miles Turner on Los Angeles Lakers.
Thank you. Y'all late to the parade.
Miles Turner.
It's not official yet, Dex. I'm reading it right now.
That's already made. It's already done. He's a Laker.
Well, it does at the end say Lakers receive Miles Turner.
Yeah.
Okay, you said so.
Hold on, something ain't right because this what I'm looking at. Say the Wizards receive Malcolm Brogdon.
Really?
So I don't know if that's official. Yeah, I don't know. This link I'm reading might be off.
Yeah, I'm
go
on
to
the same link.
go to the Lakers.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, we got our hands folded. We good.
It's not.
We just waiting on the season to start.
Well, they say 15 hours ago.
We waiting on the season to start. That's all. We waiting on the season to
It's
start.
not official. It's not official.
Oh my God! Look at Spike Lee, another New Yorker.
I had to come in the building. Shout out to Fly Sports TV. You already know what it is, Dex. The
Boy, they come in
sovereignty when it comes to this ball talk. All right.
You know we got AB on the hero. Hoop Jargon just left.
A living legend when it comes to this ball talk. Shout out to AB.
Icon. He's past a legend. He's an icon.
Why, man? He's living. A living icon, a living legend.
Yes, sir.
All right. A true king.
And we ain't talking about Jaden Smith. We ain't talking about that type of living icon.
That's right. So yeah, man. But I'm tapping in. I'm at work, y'all. But I'm tapping in for a second.
Yes, sir.
The deal, Dex. I know you love your Lakers, but the deal is not official yet. All right.
It's not.
That's already done, man.
And Dex, you
It's
might
already
want
signed,
to
sealed,
relax
and
before
delivered.
you jinx that because the Lakers
It's signed, sealed, and delivered, my man.
Okay. All right.
Okay, Dex. Now you know I've been waiting to get to this question. What did Zach sign yesterday or today or something?
Zach signed today. Lonzo Ball put on his story. Listen, Lonzo Ball put on his story, and he had a little, animated Zach LaVine saying, "I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere." And when I seen that, I said, "Zach done signed.
Home. It's my home."
Zach done signed.
And they signed Andre Drummond, a premier rebounder. So that's a good look.
Yeah, I know it. We signed him yesterday. But Dex, I wanted to say this because I told you guys from the very start. As many people came on in and told me he's leaving, going here and going there. I ain't bragging, but I knew he's going to stay. I'm happy he stayed. Now, to say that, the Bulls are one of those teams that are in the running that could get Durant. But you know what they asked for from us? They asked for DeMar DeRozan, Vooch, Patrick Williams, Kobe White, and 2 firsts.
Send them. Let's get that shit up out of there.
My Vooch.
Hey y'all, I'm gonna hop off here, man. I appreciate y'all having me, man. I always love coming through and rocking with y'all, man. Y'all all legends in my eyes as well, man. So I appreciate the grind, man. And, I appreciate y'all always keeping the doors open, and likewise, y'all can always come through. And you know what I mean? It's all love, man. Shout out to Hoop Jargon, Dex, Flight, Uncle Vern, Spike, Leak, everybody, man. It's all love, man. Appreciate it. Pope is in the thing, man. People all the way around the horn. So, man, appreciate y'all.
And that feeling is reciprocated, and that is reciprocated. Feelings are mutual.
For shizzle. All right, y'all.
Have a good evening, AB.
Y'all too. Praise.
So, Dex, are you telling me that your Miles Turner deal is a done deal?
Man, yeah, they finna sign all that off and everything. Just get all the, the nooks and crannies out the way. Seal, sign, delivered. Make sure the intangibles won't come back to bite him. Yeah, he just got to pass physical. See, that's the only thing we waiting on Miles Turner to pass his physical. That's physical. It's good.
The only Miles that's a done deal is Miles Bridges. All right, the Miles Turner trade has not gone down.
Oh man, yeah. What about I hate
Skip Deck Smith? Is that a done deal?
My man, Chance.
Shout out to Flight, man. Man. I appreciate you, brother, as always, man. I appreciate you. It's my birthday tonight, and I'm still at work.
Happy birthday, brother. Happy birthday,
Chance. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all.
Happy birthday. Salute.
Man. Hey, but go ahead.
We finna bag that. Yeah, we finna bag that. No, man. No, I'm authentic. Stephen A is a character, man. Hey, listen, I'm gonna say it like this. We're waiting on Chance, my brother. We just waiting on Miles Turner to clear physical, because we do not want no more lame ducks. After that debacle with Steve Nash, when they sent us that piece of junk, and now I'm not saying Steve Nash is a piece of junk. I'm just saying the version. I'm just saying the version of Steve Nash they sent us to the Lakers after Mike, Dan, and Tony ran him into the ground.
So wait. So Miles Turner is going to Brooklyn?
No, to the Lakers.
What?
Oh,
yes.
Yeah? Okay. Question.
Kyrie's coming next. After we get Miles Turner, Kyrie's coming.
Okay.
That's what I was just gonna ask.
So all LeBron did was just what he went back to the grocery store and he got some more cookies and they came in with a new flavor of ice cream, so he went and got that. Then he just restocking the fridge. You're like, God.
But Miles Turner is something that a lot of NBA teams really need. Miles Turner wants to come and play with LA.
Man that can stretch the floor.
Yes, and he can get you some rebounds, and he can protect the rim. Yes,
yeah, he plays inside outside.
Yeah, he can do it all. But only thing they want him to be healthy. They want him to be healthy, so he have to submit a progress report on his physical. It could be what they call it what's how they call that shit? Not an in-depth. No, not an in-depth report, but a summary. Like a summary.
Yeah.
A synopsis. That's what I'm talking about. Synopsis. Yeah, a synopsis on his injury report to let him know that he is qualified to play a 82 gruesome game season. You follow what I'm saying? As long as he can do that, then he's a done deal. Whether he gets hurt during the season, it doesn't matter. He has to submit that progress report, and they have to approve it, because Rob Pelinka is not fit to be a part of that mishap that Mitch Kupchak did, where he brought in a broken down Dwight Howard and a broken down Steve Nash, and the Lakers just plummeted, and it cost them years to come.
So is he gonna have to work out for that too?
Say that again, Chance.
Is he gonna have to show a workout tape for that too?
No, I don't think that's necessary. No workout tapes. I don't think that's necessary. They just want to make sure that he is suitable to play, because they're going to send him to a meet.
I'm going to want to see him run up and down that damn court before I give him that contract.
But listen, Chance, the Lakers are furious. I know Marvin don't want to hear this. I know Spike Leak don't want to hear this. Unstoppable don't want to hear this. The Lakers are furious and they going out getting dogs.
Look. I said this on Flight Channel after the one. I said this on Flight Channel after the whole thing was done with the Heat and everything.
Looking Unstoppable over there hating
and I
in
got
the corner.
clowned and everything, right? I said the
I
Lakers
see him over there hating in the corner.
I said the Lakers after the Warriors win, the Lakers might be going back next year because they're going to give it back to LeBron before he leaves. I promise you that. And now, mark my words. I swear to God, they're going to do this for LeBron. You think he's going to make the playoffs?
Who's going to give it
2
back
years
to
in a row?
LeBron?
Yeah, right.
Who's going to give what to LeBron?
Huh?
Who's going to give what to LeBron?
Oh, you'll see. That championship's going back to LA. Watch.
So the NBA is going to give a championship to LeBron James?
They haven't been giving him to LeBron?
One thing I just want to say to Dex is one thing that I know for sure, Dex, you signed Troy Brown Jr. That's the only sign.
Carmelo Anthony has breaking news, Flight Sports TV. Carmelo Anthony is contemplating returning to the Knicks. There could be a reunion with Carmelo Anthony in the New York Knicks. Breaking news, Flight Sports TV.
It's gonna be a 1-year deal. He's gonna retire after that, and he's gonna retire with a Knicks jersey. That's all.
He should retire at Denver Nuggets, bro.
He should. I think he should. But honestly, can he retire from both? He's played enough years at both.
No, he only can retire from one.
You only can retire from one team.
Are you sure?
I think you should.
They can retire his jersey if they want to.
Jersey retired in multiple places. Jersey. You can only retire from whoever you're under contract with.
Yeah.
And the NBA ain't gave LeBron a damn thing. LeBron got to win his championships just like everybody else.
I feel you. I can't take that away from you for saying that. I think otherwise, but you know,
hey, I know for damn so Lakers ain't getting no Miles Turner. That's for sure.
I mean,
you know what? I want to ask you guys this: do you guys think the Trailblazers spend a little bit too much money on Nurkic? $70 million for 4 years.
No, I think that's good money.
I think
that's a good amount of money from Nurkic. That's good. That's good. You didn't max it out, but you didn't underpay him either.
Hey,
yeah.
One thing about Nurkic, you can count on him. You can't count on him. You can count on him.
Yeah, he gonna put up his numbers. He gonna do his thing.
Yeah.
Hey, Chance, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
How would you feel if your Miami Heat traded for Kevin Durant?
Shit. I fucking hate Kevin. I just hate the narrative. I mean, I hate the narrative behind Kevin. I just don't want to deal with that drama. I already had to deal with enough drama with Jimmy, trying to get Jimmy together. And now we're going to have another prima donna over there. You know what I mean? I mean, Jimmy ain't that bad of a prima donna, but, you know, the boy can be a diva, all right? I don't need two divas, fam. I don't.
And not only that, you have to start by answering that question about who you're going to give up.
And then your Jonas Haslam, you're going to be there too? I mean, that's just like Draymond Green being there.
You know, because I wanted to ask you that question, Unstoppable. Were you in agreement? You remember that little package I just told you about? Would you give
that little package?
Would Adebayo got to go?
I'm sorry, that deal that I put together. No, the Bulls was thinking about putting Vooch, DeMar, Patrick Ewing, Kobe White, and 2 first rounds in to
Patrick Ewing.
Patrick Ewing.
I mean, I'm sorry, Pat Williams.
I know
Patrick Ewing Jr. He playing again?
I mean, the only part I hate is getting rid of Patrick, man. You know how I feel about
Wait. But wait. So who would we have to give up as Miami then?
You see, that's what it is. But see, Miami
Duncan.
No, Bam is. Hold on, listen. Bam is not eligible to go because of the Ben Simmons rule.
Yeah.
See, he can't go. So that's why.
So I'm good with that.
Oh, well, you can't make the deal because that's who they want.
Yeah, then you ain't got the assets for it.
Bam got to go. I can't give it up to you.
You ain't got the assets. Because Brooklyn don't want Jimmy.
But I'm not giving up all that just for KD, and then you come there for 2 years and you cry, bitch, talk about you want to leave.
I think he got 3 more years under his contract.
Like that. I don't know.
Wait a minute. I just read off what they gave up to get Rudy Gobert. And that's the whole damn team damn near. What is going to be?
Who did that again? The Timberwolves give up everybody? Wait, who did they give up, man?
Let me go back to it. Hang on one second.
I'm sorry. I don't need to make you go back.
No, I got it right here. Hang on. Let me bring it up.
That's crazy. Rudy Gobert?
You ain't know that. You ain't know that deal went through.
No, I seen it, but I didn't get to read the whole thing because I'm at work too. So I'm just kind of I'm like, why would you get the guy that got dunked on right after he got the contract, and he got dunked on by a rookie, for one, Terrence Mann, and then right after Terrence Mann dunked on you, then everybody else started dunking on you like back to back, like right after that. Does anybody remember that?
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. Everybody know that Rudy Gobert can hold his own.
Yeah.
No, they attacked him. No, he could not hold his own. That was the point. They attacked him and they exploited him.
I'm talking about through the course of a season, he can hold his own. His problem is getting entangled in pick and rolls.
They call Kevin Durant cupcake.
Listen, let me tell you this, man. Everybody know. Oh, well, Uncle Vern, if you have something to say, go ahead. If not, then I have something to say.
Oh, hey,
and I got the people who was in this trade. Let me read this off for him. Timberwolves get Rudy Gobert. The Jazz give up Malik Beasley, Patrick Beverly, Liangelo Ballmer, Walker Kessler, Jared Vanderbilt, and 4 first-round picks.
God damn.
Yeah.
God damn.
You gotta make sure you say 3 of the 10.
God, 4?
4. So what is it going to take to get Durant?
They're going to have to get 2 of those back. Somehow, some way, they're going to get 2 of those back.
Somehow, some way,
they manipulate deals. Somehow, some way, they're going to get 2 of those back. Because that's crazy.
3 of the picks are unprotected.
That's what?
Yes.
Who was smoking all this dope when they was at the table? Who was doing all this coke when they was at the table negotiating this?
They got Beasley, Patrick Beverly.
He was on the phone doing coke, on the phone doing lines at the same time as he was negotiating this deal.
They gave up 5 players and 4 picks.
Can you read the players off again to me? Vanderbilt,
Malik Beasley, Patrick Beverly.
Wow.
Liangelo, the rest of these players are now. Walker Kessler he was decent. He coming up.
He was all right.
You know,
Liangelo,
they just sacrificed their future.
Beasley, Kessler gonna be decent.
Man,
Malik Beasley wasn't
right? But that was a backcourt that helped them get into the playoffs.
They gave up Patrick Beverly. And think about this. I think about this, guys, and I want y'all to go back to the playoffs.
Russell still there?
No, hang on. Go back to the playoffs that just passed. Was Patrick Beverly key to that team?
Yeah, he was the one. He put the fire up under their ass.
Well, he gone.
Hey, wait. What about D'Angelo Russell?
Oh, he's still there.
What?
He's still there. Now their squad is.
Why would you keep that contract? But you would trade the
it wasn't left up to them. That was
nobody wanted him. Nobody wanted him.
Danny Ainge took who he wanted.
No, so they didn't even want him. Damn.
You said who took who they wanted?
Isn't Danny Ainge GM?
GM for who?
For Jack. He took Patrick Beverly.
Danny Ainge ain't the GM for the Jack. I thought he was Boston's GM.
Boston? What are you talking about? What's in your cup?
Danny Ainge is Boston's GM.
He's not nobody's GM. He's not even a part of nothing. He's retired.
Oh, that's right. He's not with the Jazz no more. But the Jazz took Patrick Beverly. Yeah, they didn't want Liangelo Russell.
Wait. Okay, hold on.
So, Patrick Beverly never played for the Jazz.
Wait.
No, he's on there now.
And I'm thinking it's the Timberwolves. What's going on here?
That's who the trade was with, Chance.
The Timberwolves got Rudy. Jazz. They got Rudy.
Marvin got a little something in his cup, a little something extra.
Well, can somebody help me out with Marvin, please? Marvin, just a little bit. I just need a little bit. Just a little bit. I need a little bit of soliloquy here, right?
So here it is one more time. Listen up.
Yes, sir.
Timberwolves get Rudy Gobert.
Got you.
The Jazz get Malik Beasley, Patrick Beverly, Liangelo Ballmer, Walker Kessler, Jared Vanderbilt, and 4 first-round picks.
So Ainge went to the Jazz? Since when he become the GM of the Jazz? I thought he retired.
No, he's not. I was mistaken on that. That's what I'm saying. But you know what? I think he is.
I didn't even see him as the GM of the Jazz, though. I didn't know that.
But no, the Jazz got damn near a whole team.
Bro, that $205 million is gone. Didn't they just give him that $205 million contract? Wait, hold on. Didn't they just give him that $205 million contract 2 years ago?
Huh?
Didn't they give Rudy Gobert that $205 million
Danny
contract?
Ainge is with the Jazz.
Yeah.
I told you he was. I told you he was.
He is with the Jazz.
I told you
but that was slick. He retired from Boston and went to the Jazz.
That's fine. That was fine. That was fine.
Wow.
That was fine.
Hey, Jack, but ain't that coach the coach of ain't he black? Ain't he black? The coach they just got out there in Utah. Ain't he black? The new coach, and he just came from Boston. He was
no, I don't think so, Brian.
Nah, they ain't gonna never have a black coach in Utah.
No, they had a black coach in Utah. That's not true. Tyrone Corbin was a coach in Utah before.
Well, for half a year.
You remember him? You remember Tyrone Corbin?
For half a year?
Yeah.
He black and he was a head coach.
For half a year?
But you say they ain't never.
You got me.
My question, Dex.
You got me on that one. You got me on that one. Watch your words. Got it.
So now, all right, listen to this, guys. So now the Timberwolves starting lineup is D'Angelo Russell, Anthony Edwards. They picked up Kyle Anderson.
Coach is Will Hardy.
They picked up Kyle Anderson, Carl Anthony Towns, and Rudy Gobert. That's their starting five.
Wait. Kyle Anderson. You talking about slow-mo?
Yeah, they got him from, I think, was it Memphis?
Slow-mo, right?
Yeah.
Actually, he's the youngest coach in the NBA. Man, this is a damn shame. He's the youngest coach in the NBA, and Michael Jordan hired Clifford?
He the oldest.
What?
You wanted a young coach, Dex? Is that what you were thinking?
Wait, what's going on, Dex?
I'm saying that Danny Ainge hired Will Hardy. He's 34 years old, dude. And Michael Jordan going to sit here and hire some old regurgitated loser. That's a damn shame, man.
Who did Michael Jordan hire?
Steve Clifford.
Yeah, Clifford.
Oh wow.
Regurgitated at that. He's regurgitated.
But you know what though? He trusts them old white people though.
That's like exactly. That's like a dog returning to his vomit, man.
Yeah, he trusts them old white people though. Look, he like O.J. Simpson of basketball. Like if you see pictures in Michael Jordan's house, you wouldn't see Michael Jordan with no black people in them pictures. With no black people would be in those pictures with Michael Jordan. It'd be Michael Jordan with a gang of white people and golfers. He'd probably have Tiger being in one of them.
Let me ask you a question because I think I asked Flight this and wanted to get your take on it. Do you think it was okay for Washington to sign Bill? They over the luxury now.
They re-signed Bill?
Yeah.
For how much?
Shit, $225 wasn't it, guys?
God. Damn.
They signed him a max.
Do they get enough money to put a team out there?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, when you sign something like that and you take your team over in the luxury,
but you're a small market team for one.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know
you better
if
have
it was
a
worth
bench
it.
already together or something, my nigga, because more players are going to play.
I don't know if that was worth it. I don't think that was worth it.
You have to have an 11-man roster going out there. And all 11 of y'all gonna play too.
Listen, man, I'm disgusted, man. I just found this out. I'm disgusted what's going on in this NBA, man. Will Hardy's 34 years old, and Michael Jordan can't find fresh blood out there.
But
this disgusts me, man.
But he don't
look for that. Come on, Dex.
Michael wants to smoke cigars. Michael wants to smoke cigars, bump white women, fly on his jet, and go golfing, fam. That's it.
I just can't believe that he can't be that simple, because if he was an average player, right? Say if he was an average player and then he just became this extraordinary businessman, maybe I can kind of go for that a little bit. But Michael was extremely competitive. He wanted to be the best and he became the best. He accomplished his goal as being the GOAT of the NBA. Listen, he's one step away from being the logo.
But after
that, you telling me he can't get this right?
Look, after that, he turned on the merry way. He didn't care about nothing else after that, fam. And Michael Jordan was going to sell regardless to the end of time. But didn't we find out here on this channel that Michael Jordan doesn't own even what, half of Jordan Brand? Didn't we find out on this channel that he gets a salary or some shit?
But Dex, you can tell these moves are tainted. You can tell these are not Mike moves. You can tell. You can tell something else.
Michael do it, man. Come on, man. Michael don't.
Mike,
Look, Michael ain't no talent scout.
He's almost. I hate to say it. He's almost just like just going along with what's happening.
Bro, he's the face. He's the face.
I don't believe he's calling all the shots. I believe
he's the face. He's the face of that franchise. You need Michael Jordan's face to sell tickets. It's a small market.
Joey, I understand where you're coming from. Yes, we heard it all before. Joey, let me address Joey real quick. Let me put this up here. I'm sorry. Joey, listen to this, Joey. I understand. I know all you LaMelo holics heard what you wanted to hear. But I just believe that's fame. It's fame and fiction. It's no way in hell they just gonna shift gears all of a sudden. Right? Because you could have got anybody to say that as a coach. And they just only trying to placate the fan base that is majority LaMelo fan base. So I understand the shenanigans they're playing up in Charlotte. Joey, listen to this, Joey. I'm going to tell you this once and for all. I was up close and personal last season with Mitch Kupchak, James Borrego, Lavar Ball, Tina Ball, Liangelo Ball, and I watched, and it's recorded in Flight Sports TV. Just check the libraries. You know we don't do no capping because we keep all our receipts. We don't delete nothing. I don't care. We got one view. We don't delete it. We ain't like these other cats. If they don't get their views, they mad. They start deleting shit. We don't do that. We keep our receipts. So you can always bust us in the head if you catch us out there in these flight streets lying or super capping. You feel me? We saw. Listen, I'm talking to Joey. Joey, we saw James Borrego hug up, kiss ass, cuddled with LaMelo parents. But not because of LaMelo, because of Liangelo and the fanfare he had during that summer league. We got it on video. Sitting there talking, waving, chummy, all buddy. I went to go approach Lavar to ask him something. Lavar shooed me away. He's like, not right now, because the cameras were on. You follow what I'm saying? The all dog and pony show. You feel me? So once Borrego got his freaking extension, did we see him beat Chumley then?
No.
Did something change once he got that paycheck? Once he got that extension? We don't know what the conversation was, but I know what we saw on Flight Sports TV live. No unscripted, unfiltered, no cut. Live as it was unfolding. How he was handshaking, hugging, Miss Kupchak, all of them, thanking Jello for his performance in the summer league, where AB the hero just explained to us he scored 22 points in 16 minutes. Everybody came on the court. What's his name? Steve Smith was out there. D3 Dennis Scott was out there. Everybody congratulating. And then Liangelo, he disappears. LaMelo start the season. They was, acting funny, giving Ish Smith quality times in the fourth quarter. So don't tell me what somebody say out their mouth when I seen them do even more physically. You follow what I'm saying? And then change up. So you can bump your gums. Now, hold on one second. Joey, you can bump your gums. You follow what I'm saying? I'm not you, Joey, but I'm talking about coaching. When you get on TV and everything, you can play all that dog and pony show all you want because the cameras are on. But we're going to see if Steve Clifford is a true man of his word. So I don't go with that. I'm going with how it happens in real time. And what I'm telling you, I was disgusted because I was up here talking about, they're going to give the keys to LaMelo. They change it. Liangelo probably going to be on the Hornets team. I'm talking all this talk because I'm looking at it with my own eyes, that they were so happy that this young man turned out summer league his first game. So I don't trust it. I know they speak with a forked tongue. I don't trust it. So that's why I'm not giving it a grain of salt. You feel me? I have to see it when the season start or when the preseason start to see if his words are true, because I seen James Borrego say things, and not only that I see him say, hear him say it, I saw him how he was physically with the Ball family, and then it gets to the point where they're not even talking. They have to get LaMelo up off the bench and go into the huddle and talk or listen to James Borrego because the cameras are on. It doesn't look good with the optics if your so-called young star player is sitting down when the coach calls a timeout and huddle, and you're supposed to be in your developmental stage. So I seen it. I seen the shenanigans. I see the dog and pony show from up close and personal, sitting there watching, not so much watching the game, but watching how they interact with our boy LaMelo LaFrance Ball, and I was devastatingly disgusted. Because nobody talking to Borrego, but they want to make sure LaMelo is like he's listening and paying attention to what the coach is saying. But in reality, LaMelo just trying to get out there and play the game, because he shouldn't be on the bench no damn way.
So you think that's why LaMelo was freestyling a lot?
LaMelo was freestyling a lot because they wasn't designed no plays for LaMelo. He's that good that you couldn't even tell. You think a lot of things that LaMelo was doing, that was oriented. Listen, James Borrego came out, especially in his rookie year, saying, "I don't know where this guy get it from." I mean, when LaMelo gets out there, he do his thing, and I just feel like pulling out my hair sometimes. So that's saying that LaMelo is playing off script.
Yeah, well, I know this, and that's why I asked you the question for chat purposes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like I said, listen, I have to go see it for myself. I'm not listening to none of these content creators because they got agendas. I'm not a content creator. You feel me? I don't have a channel. So these guys got agendas, so they try to be spin doctors. So I went to go see how it was myself in a hostile environment in a must-needed game on national TV. You feel me? That's where you see it at. Yeah. And I saw the dog and pony show myself. I said, ain't this something? LaMelo is out of the game, but the assistant coaches go grab him to tell him to come up, get into the huddle, while Gordon Hayward and Mason Plumlee, who were in the game, is sitting on their ass on the bench, nowhere near the huddle. The only person that was communicating with James Borrego from the game that I seen, a highly contested, must-win game on national TV, was Ish Smith, Cody Martin, LaMelo Ball, and James Bouknight to some extent. He wasn't talking, but he was a part of the huddle. But all the other guys, Terry Rozier, Miles Bridges, what's the other boy name? Gordon Hayward and Mason Plumlee. Soon as they call timeout, they go sit down. Coach got the clipboard, they sitting down.
Hey, Dex, let me say something right fast. I'm remind you of something. I remember this time last year. You understand me? Because I was pushing this time last year, the Zoe sign with Charlotte and everything else. Boy, I had it all first thing on my mind. All three of them going to be all out there together. Catch on, Dex. And I remember, I think we might have been on Flight. We might have been on DJ's show. And you had said, Vern, man, it's kind of funny with MJ because MJ, he cheap as hell. And, he can play 50-50 in the NBA and still be a billionaire all day long. You understand me? Well, you ain't going to win that way, but you can still be successful playing it 50-50 in the NBA. Was he doing it then? Was he doing it now? Because remember when Mitch Kupchak came out last year this time? Said, we're going to make changes in our organization. We going after some good people, some big names. Matter of fact, who did they get? Nothing. So
Mason Plumlee and Kelly Oubre.
Whoa, Jello. They got Jello, and you see what they did with him. You get it, Dex. So what Mitch Kupchak be saying about his mouth, that's one thing. The one to be paying the bills is another thing. And that's our boy, Mikey. And he good playing 50-50. I think you was right then. I don't know about now, but I knew you was right then. Back to you, Dex.
Yes, sir. But I'm just going by optics. You know what I mean? I'm not going by opinions. I'm not trying to be a sportscaster for the Charlotte Hornets or anything to that nature. I'm not trying to be no media boy for nobody. All I'm saying is I'm going by optics and what I've seen on two separate occasions. One the celebration of Liangelo breakout in the summer league and how everybody was up in arms and Mitch Kupchak is hugging mothers and cousins and daughters of players and things of that nature and talking to family members. And then James Borrego, same thing. And then I saw in a real actual game dealing with LaMelo Ball, and I'm telling you, the optics do not match what they say out their mouth. That's the only thing I can say. And I listen, I didn't see this game from way up in the bleachers. It's on Flight Sports TV. If y'all want to call my bluff, just go down his library. He got a plethora of live stream videos, and it's highlighted so you won't get confused or get lost of what you're looking at. Just go down there. You'll see it for yourself. Listen, we have it in chronological history, how this thing unfolded. And it's on video. It's video that you've never seen before. And you will never see again unless you go into his library and dig into those summer leagues and dig into those live games where we seen LaMelo Ball and things of that nature. The optics is different when you're there and you know the game within the game. You feel me? Like I said before, LaMelo sitting on the sideline, 4-6 minute stretches, unheard of, sometimes longer. And then when they call a timeout because the guys on the court are playing so raggedy and their display is in shambles, they want to call timeout, and then they want to go get him assistant coach, go tap LaMelo, come on up, and gets into the huddle. And sometimes he gets in the game out of the huddle, and then sometimes he don't. He go right back to the bench. So I'm like, what the hell was that? You feel me? When they're not asking the players that's out there to be a part of the huddle. To me, that's shenanigans. To you, I don't know.
Yeah, I agree, Dex. It is shenanigans. That's a name for it. I call it something else. That's bullshit, but I call it, you want to say shenanigans, keep it PG, shenanigans. Some shitty going on.
I'm just saying that's the only thing that's the only thing I'm saying. I'm going by what my eyes see. And let me tell you, I got an advantage. Why do you got an advantage, Dex? Because some of you guys got 2 eyes. I got 4.
Oh, hell no.
Hell.
That's your advantage?
Yes, sir. That's my advantage. My Cartier frames. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
but what if they ain't prescription?
They prescription, brother. That's all I wear is prescription glasses. I don't wear it for fashion.
All right. Just making sure.
The frames are fashion.
But when you're talking all that shit, you can't see shit, Frank. Red Fox over here looking like Red Fox over here.
Yeah.
Hey,
Elizabeth.
Come get it. Look, hey,
you don't feel no different.
Hey, Dex. Hey, look, Dex. I got 2 eyes. One of them ain't real good, so therefore I got 1, and I can see that shit. You see it? Yeah, I see it. Yeah, I see what you saying, Dex.
Yeah, I'm just only going by what I've seen, and what I see, I'll just report. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I just saw 2 different dynamics from what people say in the press conference, and some of these Hornets beat writers don't even be asking the right questions and things of that nature. They just gloss over it. You heard with Buzz City. You heard when Buzz City was up here going nuts on the Charlotte media. They just buzz over the obvious. You follow what I'm saying? And I will give the 3 points conversion some credit because they did ask a few difficult questions. And as we know, you know how that goes when you start asking difficult questions and you're a black organization too. You know, you get put in the back. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to ask the first 2 or 3 questions. You gotta damn near wait till they ready to close shop down to get your question in. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, I'm just going by what I've seen. I'm not trying to mislead anybody or have anybody in delusion thinking it's one way when it's not. I'm not a spin doctor. I just had to see it for myself. And then not only that, when I talk to family members and friends of family members, and I said, what did y'all see? And they can verify that I saw the same thing. And then not only will they verify it, they'll tell me why it's like that. And I'll be like, oh, okay. I feel you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. And like I said, it was very appalling to me. You know what I mean? When you have somebody that gifted, that young, and that vivacious in your midst. And I'm not saying he's polished. I'm not saying LaMelo Ball is polished. He's a work in progress. It's like every other young NBA player. But some players just start out a little ahead of others. So he got some little rough edges that could be easily polished off because he's a very docile type of NBA player. He will listen. He will absorb what's good. But when you tell that young man some bullshit with a daddy like Lavar, you know he's not finna accept that. He'd be like, okay, yeah, I hear you, but really I don't hear you because I know that ain't the right thing to do. And I ain't with that. I'm here to be great. You follow what I'm saying? I'm on a mission. And so when you see that in a young man at that age, you're supposed to harness that. You're supposed to help him hone his skills, not hold it back, not suppress it. You follow what I'm saying? Because you don't want to go into your purse strings, or you don't want to be pushed to win when you're not ready to win. Because when you have a player in your midst like that, people want to cheer for that guy so hard that they want him to win. So get players around him. Get him out there. Leave him out there. Let him play. Let this guy bring us home. But when you trying to hold back,
what I called from the jump, it's all about LaVar Ball. This is all been about LaVar Ball from the jump. Ever since LaVar Ball came out a long time ago talking shit about the NBA, right? And then he goes on national television. He basically humiliated. He basically just like threw them under the bus. Took his whole concept, made it into a whole league, and then had the NBA drag him, jack his whole thing, and then drag him under the bus to try to humiliate him, to make him look bad, and so on and so on. This is all about LaVar. This has nothing to do with his sons.
I agree.
They never did.
They just take it out on him. Because he don't play. Because he don't play. Yeah, because he don't play. So they play, so they take it out there. Yeah, I agree. But what I'm saying is that only thing I'm saying is addressing Joey about the Steve Clifford. I know he said some beautiful things. Listen, charlatans are very charmers. They're very good at charming. You follow what I'm saying? But it's always the sleight of hand that you got to watch.
Well, let's see.
And that's all I'm saying.
Do though. Let's see what the man do at least before you throw him under the bus.
Well, he got a history already. They already have a history with Steve Clifford. So he's one of the guys. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, damn, he's
not an outsider. He's an insider.
Well, look, he caught a different bus this time. Before you throw him up under the tires, at least let him get on first. You know what I'm saying? And try to catch you to the next stop.
But only thing I'm saying, Chance, is that why is he even there? That's my point. I know he's there now, so there's nothing you can do about it. But why was he even there when he wasn't even considered?
Have the players said anything wrong with it? Have the players said anything bad about him? Because the players might trust him.
I don't know. Yeah, that part I don't know. I don't know.
The players might like him. The players might really trust him.
But they're not publicly going to come out and say anything bad about him. I know what I understand what Dixon's saying.
But they won't publicly. But they won't disown him either.
He shouldn't even been considered. It was plenty other coaches out there that were a better fit, and that's why I told Dex. I believe Mike is just his hands are tied some kind of way. I just don't see Mike making these kind of moves with his own train of thought and own brain.
That's the only thing I'm saying.
Why Steve Clifford wouldn't be a better fit? What's wrong with his fit?
Well, I mean, he's got a history. He hadn't coached very well here recently, so it just doesn't seem like a good coach to hire.
What team was he on? What team did he have?
He had Orlando Magic.
Orlando Magic.
Listen.
Y'all playing right now. Y'all
was 22-60. They was 22.
Orlando Magic. Come on, man. Y'all playing right now, bro. Bro, that
Hornets ain't that much far from Orlando Magic.
That's a stepping stone job. Everybody
so is the Hornets. So is the Hornets.
No, the Hornets are not. The Hornets are a rebuild team.
He's already coached the Hornets one time before that. He coached the Hornets one time before.
Yeah, exactly. He took them to the playoffs, though. He took the Hornets to the playoffs.
Okay,
that was Brandon Davis.
But that's it. That's it.
But you understand what I'm saying? If you literally been around no talent, what are you supposed to do with?
No, he had talent. That Hornet team was pretty talented. He had talent.
And it's not really about
that. There wasn't no playing game. Remember, wasn't no playing game. Wasn't no playing game then.
What Deck's point is getting to is about other coaches that should have been considered, like Sam Cassell.
Not really, Josh. They're not that far from the Magic. It's just they got LaMelo Ball and the Magic don't.
He thinking it should have been a better choice, is what Dex is saying.
I look at it, Marvin. Dex, I look at it like this. It comes down to you want youth or you want experience. Charlotte is the need right now. They need experience, especially with that coaching thing. They don't need no youth to go along with that young team. They need experience.
I disagree. No, Vern. I can't let you get away with that because you know why? Look up there. Look over in New Orleans now. Okay, look in New Orleans. Look what Utah just did. Look up there in Boston. Look over here in Portland. Come on now.
I hear you.
Yeah, I think a young coach like Sam Cassell could have really motivated this team. And
yes,
of
course.
Jax, what I'm saying is they need a right now fix. They don't need a later fix. They need to the.
But he's not it.
But they put themselves in that position, Vern. Remember, they put themselves in that position for not even considering these type of coaches.
Actually, what you have to do is look at you look at Charlotte different. You look at Charlotte as being a rebuilding team. Actually, they're not a rebuilding team. Actually, all they needed was to take care of those things. They needed to address that first. They need that veteran leadership.
Charlotte's not in a rebuild.
Okay,
Charlotte's not in a rebuild.
See that go. They're not in a rebuilding situation. They needed some veteran help. That's why they was getting them IZs. What's the name? The one that's playing guard.
Ishmael.
Thank you, Ishmael. And they did move them on. They needed them type of players. Actually,
but they was getting thrifty players though.
My point is that's what they needed to coach side too. They don't need no young head coming up there and saying, "Yeah, we're gonna do it."
I disagree.
Well, that ain't gonna work. We're gonna do it like this. They gotta we got a game plan.
Listen, you saying that because of Borrego.
Because your point is to go right back to that fool Borrego. He's a young head, didn't know shit.
Yeah, but listen, but hold on though. This is the difference though. But this, no. Listen.
Now you want to get another young head.
Because I have to interrupt you, Vern, because you're misleading. You're misleading, so I have to interrupt you. Now, James Borrego is different because James Borrego, yes, he's a younger coach, but he got a pop mentality. You understand what I'm saying? He's trying to bring a failed. Listen, what I'm saying now. So we're not saying Pop is a failure, but we're saying that mindset does not resonate with this new paradigm in the NBA amongst these type of players. That mindset resonated with the players who stayed 3 years in college, 4 years in college, and things of that nature. So those players was already prepared for that type of stern discipline. These players now are not with that. That doesn't even resonate with them. This is why Pop is not having success. And this is why he thought he can bring in a DeMar Rosen type dude to help lead that team as a veteran leadership because of the AWOL of Kawhi Leonard. But it didn't even work with DeMar because DeMar hangs out with a lot of young basketball players. That's what he do in the offseason. He plays in the Drew League. He plays in Santa Monica. You follow what I'm saying? He do a lot of young stuff, even though he's a veteran. So even that didn't resonate with him, and it didn't last long. So as his contract was over with, he was out. I don't want your money no more. I'm out. You listen, you want some MK Ultra type stuff? Are you freaking kidding me? So this is why Pop is not having success with the teams he got now. Look at the DeJounte Murray. He wanted out, dude. That mindset do not work. Listen, you know, listen.
I watched that press conference too, Dex. DeJounte said it was in-house. And what else he said? He said it was mutual. So basically,
yes.
In so many
can't
words,
do it no
he said
more.
he asked for a trade, but they kept it in-house.
Yes. You understand what thank you. So what I'm saying is that, but listen, when have you ever seen a Pop team rebuild? Only 1 year they tanked. Listen, you don't want to see you fighting me. Instead of trying to hear what I'm saying, you fighting me. You have never seen Pop team in rebuild mode. Pop team reload. They don't rebuild, they reload. And the only reason why they in rebuild mode because he cannot keep those stars anymore. He cannot keep them. They're leaving. Even some of these foreign stars is coming over. They want out.
It's not an old man's coaching league no more.
Yeah.
These old guys can't relate to these young guys.
That's all I'm saying. It's obvious.
Hey, Dex.
And that's why the smart people like the Danny Ainge of the world, the smart people like the Brad Stevens of the world, they get these younger players to deal with the younger players because you have to get a certain type of coach that's hard, like the Debenham, the Snyders, the Stevens. They're hard, but they're fair. And once they see that, these young players will go through a brick wall with you. It ain't no
Yeah.
favoritism.
Yo, Dex.
Yeah.
Okay, now Dex. Now let me see. Can I say this, please? Look, okay, Dex. It's gonna be real fast. Look, I remember when San Antonio came up. Boy, I remember before they got even Duncan. I remember when they got what's his name, David Robinson. Boy, and it came down to Duncan was up out there in college and everything else. They had David Robinson. David Robinson was gonna turn things out. He didn't get a chance to do it though. But one thing happened. They got Tim Duncan. When they got Tim Duncan, he changed that whole system. They can't keep getting Tim Duncans like that no more. You was right. They get an Ginobili, they get a Parker, and once in a while and all that. You said they can't keep it with the reason.
Malik Rose,
They will see you
Aldridge.
now. Look, can I talk? Thank you. Look, they've been keeping it for a long time. Only one they couldn't keep was what's his name? The other one with the big hands. They couldn't keep him.
Kawhi, the claw.
Out there. What do you mean? So really, to be honest with you, when it come down to it, Dex, the reason why San Antonio was so good and they got them 5 championships like they did, that was on Duncan, brother.
Yeah, we know that, but those guys.
Whoa, evidently you don't know that. A special player would change your
who don't know that?
But see, listen, he's missing the point again. I'm surprised, as old as Vern is, he might be past his bedtime, but as old as Vern is, you don't see that Tim Duncan was ready-made. He was ready-made for that type of teaching.
Wait.
How long did he stay in Wake Forest?
Those people come a dime a dozen, right, to the NBA. You don't get those every year. You don't get those every year in the draft. You can't just pick those players up out of nowhere in the draft every year. No, they come a dime a dozen.
And Tim Duncan is basically considered a foreigner, even though he was raised in United States Virgin Islands. He's considered kind of like a foreigner, to be honest with you. And he's a swimmer. So Tim Duncan, he outgrew the sport he really loved. Then he turned to basketball. So he's already a disciplinary, because you got to be a disciplinary to be a fucking swimmer. Come on, man. Dig deep. So, and David Robinson coming from the military, he already MK Ultra ready. You feel me?
Yep.
So the only reason why they got Tim Duncan is because San Antonio stunk, is because David Robinson got injured. And Avery Bradley could I mean, not Avery Bradley, what's his name? Avery Johnson, he couldn't lead him. Yeah, he couldn't lead him nowhere.
Yeah, he's too small.
Yeah, they was the first team to do the process.
He wasn't a good shooter either.
Yeah, there you go, Vern. You're right. They were the first process. Remember, they did the process first before Philly done it. They did the process first.
Right.
You follow what I'm saying? Sean Elliott wasn't enough.
Robin, that didn't work.
Right, that didn't work with and Vinny. When they brought over Dennis Rodman, Vinny Del Negro was his head coach, because Dennis Rodman couldn't come to grips with the way Pop was teaching, because Dennis Rodman was a free thinker. Remember, he was free. He can explore.
Oh, no, they didn't want
and
him
this
over
guy
there.
coming with a rigid type teaching. Like, dude, are you kidding me? You trying to control me?
He went to Chicago, but as soon as he went to Chicago, you got a whole different Dennis Rodman. You got a freaking nature back.
So my whole point is this. I'm not trying to be a historian here, but my whole point is this. The premise that I'm saying is that when you have these type of talented young players that was a beast in high school, beast in college, and they only stay 1 or 2 years in college, and now they're in the pros, you have to get them a certain kind of coach that's built a certain kind of way. But Mike seemed like he doesn't want that, because it seemed like I can't say that. I'm just saying that it just don't seem like Mike will have these type of soft type coaches who cannot resonate with the players.
Mike gonna have to learn. Look, Mike gonna have to fall on his ass just like everybody else do. He gonna have to learn, right? So what he's gonna learn
like Jerry Jones.
What he's gonna learn is that these old ass white coaches do not relate to these young black players no more, fam. I'm sorry, you can't just get out there and say, "Get your black ass out there, get on the court, and do all of this." Ain't Red Auerbach.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look, this ain't Bobby Knight era.
Bobby Knight, exactly. Bobby Knight's another one.
You can't be Popovich and be mean and shit like that. These
Lou
young players
Olsen,
ain't put up with that shit.
Yeah.
Hey, Dex, Chaz.
Bo Schembechler, remember Bo Schembechler?
Yep.
Yeah.
Rudy Hayes. What about Woody Hayes? He's one of the hardest coaches ever.
Bro, he'll choke your ass out.
Yeah, Woody Hayes will choke you out, boy.
Hey, Dex. Whoa, Dex. I wouldn't forget what I was just going to say. You remember, you know what I'm telling you, what Michael Jordan's biggest problem is. You know when Michael came into the league, you remember who his first coach was, and because he with the Bulls.
Doug Collins.
Yeah, right. And then they changed down to Phil Jackson coming later. But this ain't that's my point. That ain't my point. You remember who the general manager was, right, Dex?
No, I really can't remember.
That little
Which
fat,
one? What?
that little fat.
Oh,
That
you
little
talking about
fat.
Jerry Krause?
Yeah, that little fat so and so. Those fat.
Yeah.
Little Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah. Yeah,
Hey,
Jabba the Hutt.
hey,
Little baby Jabba. I
Jax,
call him baby
Jax,
Jabba.
Yeah.
Jax, you remember Jordan stayed in his ass. You remember that though, don't you?
Right. Thank
Yeah,
you. Now
he
you're coming to my
stayed in
point
his
now.
ass.
Well, Pippen did too, though. Pippen did
But
too.
now
because
you're
he got
coming
that
to my
40-year
point.
contract.
Yeah, but Pippen don't own the team, so you know that's irrelevant. But now you're getting to my point. Jordan stayed in his ass, always bashed him in the media, and not only did he bash him in the media, when he came to Jordan's introduction to the Hall of Fame, he straight out embarrassed the man.
Yeah.
What'd he say?
So who invited you? Because the show wasn't me.
Wow.
Why is he here? I don't like him.
That's what he said, for real?
Basically, yes.
Wow.
He didn't like him.
He didn't even smile when he said it either. He was dead serious.
But to say that at your induction speech, though, that's crazy.
Yes.
Hey,
but that's what I'm trying to say. How you have that mindset in that arena, because that follows. But that's what I'm saying. That follows Michael Jordan's basketball regimen from being a player to him having that acceptance speech. You follow what I'm saying? That's the Michael Jordan we know. Then all of a sudden now, where's all this at now, Mike? Where's all this toughness? Where's all this grittiness?
What are you talking about? He's being tough. He's going back to what he knows. That's all he look. All he knows is these white coaches, these white. You know what I mean? These
it
white
doesn't have
coaches
to. Listen, I'm not knocking if it's a white coach or not. I'm not knocking that. What I'm saying is that the type of coach. I'm not knocking the color of the coach. It's because Dan Snyder's a hell of a coach. Brad Stevens is a hell of a coach. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They got some good Caucasian coaches.
No.
That's young.
I'm talking about old white coaches, the old school way. And I'm trying to tell you, it's not going to work, right? So what he's going to do is he's going to have to find out this year that it's not going to work, right? But what we don't know is, and what we have not heard is, and usually it would leak out by now, is does Clifford have the team in his hands? Does the team like him?
So.
Do they play for him?
That I don't know. Yeah, that I wouldn't know that yet.
No,
I just believe he's a puppet. That's what I'm getting to.
Okay.
He went and got one of his puppets. Cliff,
Okay,
you want to come back? I know it ended bad. Come on back, Cliff. You see I'm doing. You see the coach ran out on me, Cliff. I'm stuck. I'm getting ready to have a draft. Listen, the coach wasn't even. He didn't have a coach. He drafted, then hired a coach. So that tells you right there, these ain't his players.
Wait. But what I'm saying is, though, was Clifford already there as an assistant?
No.
Oh,
he was with Orlando.
Oh shit.
No. See, you see what I'm saying now?
That's stupid. Yeah.
They drafted and didn't have a coach. So whatever coach came in, these are not your players. How would I feel if I'm a player? You didn't draft me. I don't know if you really believe in me. Can you convince me that you believe in me and you have my best interests?
How many young ass players do they have on their team, fam?
A lot.
That is a young ass team.
Majority, yes. And that's why you need one of the coaches.
You can't get no old ass fucking.
Nah, you can't, dude. That's what I'm trying to tell Uncle Vern.
He's out of the loop, man.
Yep, good.
That's why Tom Thibodeau. That's why Tom Thibodeau literally had to bring in a whole old ass batch, nigga, of Ben Gay niggas, right, to come in and play with him because he.
Hey, you know, I'm gonna tell you something. You know how the NBA. This is how the NBA works. The NBA works.
What I do?
The same thing y'all saying.
What you give me? I said Ben Gay, like the stuff you rub on your body.
Okay, look. The NBA works like this.
That was close. It was too close.
But that's the brand.
No, I'm just saying. Go ahead, Vern. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
I said the NBA work like this, man. It's simple, man. Look here. It's just like you saying, Dex. You know what I'm saying? The same thing. You know, Jim Adams is thinking the same way you thinking. Well, I'm gonna get somebody else young, and well, I can get Crawford, Clifford, I can get Borrego. Borrego out there too. I'm gonna say who we get. Well, let's get Borrego. He just fucked with another team just a minute ago because he's so young and hot-headed and stupid. You understand me? But they want to get him on his youth, not on his experience, because the experience he ain't got now, because he ain't got no proven record. There's been no winning coach or anything else. Steve Clifford, whatever, he ain't got no proven record like that neither. But he got experience.
Yeah, he got better. He got a better coaching. He got a better coaching resume than James Borrego. I'll give you that. But James Borrego was never supposed to get that extension. See, in my eyes, he wasn't supposed to get that extension.
So if they gonna throw the dice, then you know what I'm saying, I go with experience over youth anytime. I can get a, you know what I'm saying, I'll run up, you know what I'm saying, I'm tell you. I gotta get them young boys out there to run. I know how.
No. It's not even about youth, though, right? It's just literally like get somebody that's been on a winning coaching
mindset.
staff.
It's mindset. It ain't about you
But pluck
because
somebody up
NBA
of a
always
winning
had
coaching
youth,
staff.
but they had different mindsets. They had different expectations.
But if you bring a coach from a winning organization, right? Like an assistant coach off of a winning organization, they'll actually have that mindset coming in, right? So now they're gonna ensure their mindset on the team when they come in. If you bring a guy coming from Orlando that's so used to losing that he's just literally in it for the bag, I literally don't know what that locker room's gonna look like.
But when you try to psychoanalyze these players of Uncle Vern, just think about this. Now I'm talking about the Hornets. I'm not speaking in general. I'm being very specific.
Young ass players.
When you get in these crisis type management situations, how can you look a player in his eye and say, I believe in you. I know you can do this. Listen, I drafted you over such and such. You can't do that. You can't play those mind games. Because they're going to look at him like, nigga, you didn't draft me. Now this is becoming rhetorical. Now this is becoming just a mundane prep speech. You can't do that. So that's why I'm saying you in $1 billion industry, but you want to hire a thrifty coach. But you playing these players millions and millions of dollars, right? To get into their heads to be able to make them play above their doubts.
Like,
you got to get these young guys to play above their doubts.
Why would you pluck an assistant coach off of the Miami staff? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you pluck an assistant coach off the Boston staff?
Yeah, I mean that's normal, right? Or Golden State, right?
I would have plucked somebody.
They tried Golden State though. No, they did try Golden State.
No, but I'm saying, okay, if not Golden State, then why not Memphis? Pluck somebody off the Memphis staff. Memphis did a great job.
Yeah.
Why not LeVar Ball?
All right, now you're going too far. Now you're going too far.
Well, you never know because why not?
I mean, LeVar Ball can't even get it. I don't think
you can manage him like that. You can't manage LeVar Ball. So he could never be a coach like that.
Look, LeVar Ball team can't even win in the Drew League. All right.
Can you imagine him in a press conference?
Hey, Dex, let me say this before. Hey, Dex, you know I'm old. Let me say this Chance right fast before I get a chance to get it. Hey, Chance, you know.
I'm about to get done up.
Chance, see, now you talk, so you ain't trying to hear it no way. So I'm right and wrong, too. Listen, I know, you know, hey, look, you know LeVar, whoa, I'm telling you, you know LeVar brought up 3, 4, 5 boys already. They playing in the NBA when you get through talking, jackass.
Oh, wow. Vern, the old Vern coming back. Vern, you must be feeling much better now. Vern is feeling much better now.
He got that tussing. Hey, you know, he took some of that tussing, and now he's feeling better.
Yeah, he took a 5 hour. Yeah, Uncle Vern took a 5 hour.
He got some of that tussing in his system.
Hey, Dex, look at I'm 63 years old. I'm good all the time. I do good. I get good. I smoke good. You understand me? Yeah, I'm always good, my brother. I stay good.
Hey, but lately you've been kind of mild mannered, you know what I'm saying? So I thought maybe you're feeling under the weather or something. I thought you might have a summer cold.
Yeah, I brought it out of him. I had to bring it out of him. That's what it was. Chance had to come over here and live him up right quick, get him out of his bag.
Hey, happy birthday, Chance.
Hey, I appreciate you, brother, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, buddy. Much love, brother.
That's cool, though. On your birthday, you spending it with us at Flight Sports TV, man. That's really cool, man.
Hey, man. I'm at work, man.
Yeah, happy birthday, Chance.
Hey, I appreciate you, Flight, man. I appreciate y'all having me on here, bro. Y'all helping me out, man. I'm at work. You know
yes, sir. Yeah. We help you get them hours too. Josh Jackson, I disagree with you. Vern is not right. The Hornets need some experienced vets. Oh, he said that. Okay, yeah. Yeah,
see, you're right. You're right on that one. Ready to go in, see?
Yeah, I was finna go in. Yeah, on that one, I thought he was talking about a coach, experienced coach. No, yeah. Okay, Josh, I agree with that. Definitely Vern is right. They do need some experienced vets, but Mike don't want to pay for experienced vets. He wants to keep his franchise thrifty.
I feel like LaMelo was playing better when Isaiah Thomas was there.
Now, when we talking about experienced vets, we ain't talking about the Gordon Haywards of the world, because that man came in already in shambles. Gordon Hayward came to the Hornets in shambles.
Isaiah Thomas
a shell of himself.
But Isaiah Thomas is back. He's scoring and he's looking great. And also he has LaMelo Ball's ear.
That's not what they need. They don't need no damn Isaiah Thomas. Why not? A miniature. They already had Devontae Graham.
Bro, he's way better than Devontae. What?
It doesn't matter. He's still miniature. He's my height. Isaiah's my height. I'm 5'8". He's my height, dude. What's that's going to do in the NBA right now when all these guards are coming in? Kay Cunningham would abuse him. What is going to do?
Bro. I'm literally getting him in there probably on the second stream to get buckets. I don't need him to start.
Well, the Hornets is not good enough to have Isaiah Thomas. Now, if it was a team, if it was
you need a second stream.
Okay, hold on. Let me explain something to you. Now, if you had a team like Miami, yes. If you got a team like Golden State, yes. If you got a team like Phoenix, yes. If you got a team like Dallas, yes. If you got a team like Milwaukee, yes. Because they're good enough with the first string that most of the games they will be winning or it'll be close and Isaiah can come in. But with the Charlotte Hornets, you don't know what you're going to get night in and night out. They so erratic. A guy like Isaiah is not going to stop a run.
I get you there. I get you there, right? But now, when Isaiah was in the league, right, with the Sacramento Kings and also the Boston Celtics, was he not murdering the league?
He was when he was featured. He was younger and he wasn't injured. Remember that. That was a healthy Isaiah. He's been injured since then.
Okay, no. Okay, now since he came back, even when he was in the lower Drew League, putting up 43, 55, and 60. Okay, when he came back, when he had the ball in his hand and they let him run, the boy put up numbers. Did he or did he not?
He's so-so. He was. Okay. I mean, he wasn't.
No. I'm talking about when they let him run. I'm talking about when they let him run.
You talking about when he came to the Hornets, right?
Yeah, and they let him. And
it was so-so. I think his highest game was what?
They let him show his thing, and he did his thing, right?
It was so-so.
No. I'm talking about the times they let him do his thing. I'm not talking about the times.
I think his high point game was like 20 something.
No, it was 32.
That was his high point game as a Hornet.
Yeah,
32.
Yeah,
I didn't know he scored that much. I thought he was like 26 or something.
Look,
anyway, that's far and few in between, though, Chance, right?
Okay, but the boy is buckets, though, right? So if I literally need somebody off
not
the
in this NBA, not in this NBA. No, not in this NBA.
If he just came back, came back and put up buckets, hold on. If he came back and put up numbers, then how is that not? I don't get
that. Isaiah will excel if he has the ball in his hand and he's a future guy and you put a team around him of defensive players like how it was in Boston. Boston is a defensive team, and we saw it when it was #1 in the league last year. So that's still majority of that team that Isaiah had. They still got all those players still. When Isaiah was there.
Let me ask this. Were they not winning when Isaiah came? Were they losing when Isaiah came, or were they starting to win?
When he what?
When he came. Were they losing or were they winning?
They stayed.
When he came.
The Hornets?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like that. Yeah, I agree with Vern. It was like 50-50.
About 50-50? Okay.
Yeah, because they end up with what? There was like 3 or 4 games over 500 at the end.
Because they literally stopped playing. I don't get why they stopped playing them.
Defense. Yeah, defense, dude. You got to remember, you got to have some defense to stop these runs, man. These guys are too talented nowadays. They ain't bricking that much. These dudes are shooting from half court all over the place, and they dunking the ball. They jumping out the gym. You got to have some defense.
Bro, they're not shooting no more than they were in the 90s. They were putting up 130 back then, too.
1 or 2 teams.
Stop it, bro.
The Phoenix Suns and the Denver Nuggets. The Phoenix Suns and the Denver Nuggets.
Points a game.
Hey, Chance, I asked you that same question. You talking about Isaiah. Do you Smith? He had a better season with Charlotte than he played about the same amount of time.
I thought Smith was Smith was more inconsistent than anybody. He was literally supposed to be that guy. He didn't show up.
What guy? Melo the guy, fool.
No, man, I'm talking about I'm not talking about the guy on the team. Stop, Vern. I'm not talking about the guy on the team.
I'm sorry, Chance, no disrespect, but what you talking about? Melo the guy.
No. Hear me out. Okay, maybe I misspoke. My fault. I literally mean that guy on the second unit that can come in, right, and put up buckets.
Smith did that.
He did not do that consistently, though. That was the problem. With the second unit.
Yeah, that's why they traded him. Yeah, that's why
they had to get rid of him, fam. I'm sorry. That's just what it is.
He had a couple of good games, at the expense of Melo. And James Borrego talking about Melo's not playing good defense in important moments of the game. So they put Ish Smith in to be a little more stable.
And Ish Smith got exposed. A little
erratic. Yeah, because he's too short.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying about Isaiah.
Yeah, thanks.
See, with Terry Rozier, same thing. That's why They needed Book Knight to come around because Book Knight is a 6'5"
But Book Knight
guard.
not ready though, man.
I understand that. I understand. And plus, he wasn't mentally ready either. You know, he came in there, he got that big ass check.
That was a
and he
bad
was just
draft
clowning.
pick. I'm sorry, that was a bad draft pick.
Hey, Dex, I think that was
I literally said it when they got him. That was a bad draft pick.
Dex, I think that was disrespectful what you just said about Terry Rozier. I think Terry Rozier is a monster. I think,
but he's not.
No defense. We talking about defense. He ain't stopping nobody. He's Matador.
No, but Terry Rozier is only good for Terry Rozier is only good for a moment.
Yeah, when he's on.
Really, you wasn't acquainted to the defense. You was acquainted to his height.
No, that's what I'm saying. By him being short, guys are shooting and jumping over him like it ain't nothing. He's invisible out there. He Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Well, honestly, that's not true though, right? Because
hold on, Chaz, let me
go ahead.
that. Hey, Dex,
go ahead.
You remember? Hey, Dex, you mentioned it last night too. You said that Shotty had some good games against what's Brooklyn. I mean, yeah, Brooklyn.
Yes.
And
yes.
You remember them games that he knew how he was just tearing Brooklyn ass up. And who shot did he block? Oh, that's right, he blocked Durant shot.
We're not talking about his scoring.
What are you talking about?
Hornets. Listen, Hornets was a top 8 team in the league in scoring efficiency and rating. So they have no problem scoring. That's not their issue. You heard Steve Clifford bring those numbers up. The issue is defense, dude. And Clifford is a defensive coach.
Wait. Is it defense in the fourth or the second half, or like where do you think the defense starts to lapse?
From beginning to end. You know, the first. Listen, one thing about basketball have we noticed in this millennial-led basketball is that nobody plays defense.
You have 30 points and you still ain't safe.
Yeah, you still ain't safe.
This shit's crazy. Hey, this shit crazy to me, fam.
Because nobody's playing defense.
How you have 30 points and you got to worry about winning the game? I ain't never heard no shit like that in my life, fam. Not high school, bro. Not rec, not YMCA ball, not rec ball, not high school basketball, not junior college, not college. Bro, I've never seen anybody worried. Like, bro, you're not even worried about a 30-point lead no more? Like, no, don't
crazy,
trip, bro.
Right?
We'll come back
Even when we was watching, we never felt like a big lead was safe.
Bro, like what? That's crazy.
Normally you can rest your starters.
Bro, you can rest your starters. Bro, you bring in a white boy and shit that don't even play.
Yeah.
Sponsor all the shoes and shit.
Right.
That's crazy, fam. 30 points, you can't even rest. What?
Yeah, and that's because of defense. Because a lot of these teams have been constructed on point guard led scoring, not point guard led playmakers.
No, I literally
that's
think
the difference.
People back in the game.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
No,
and then you got a lot of these little short guys.
I think it's NBA led, nigga. Like, hey, look, these referees didn't come out for no reason.
Listen,
fam.
I saw
the
Ja
referee
Morant, right?
got busted for no reason, fam. All right.
Listen what I'm saying. I saw Ja Morant in person, right? And I looked at Ja Morant, and I was like, damn, this dude ain't even that tall.
He's like 5',
but
dude, 5'11".
He's about like 5'11", yep, 5'10", 5'11". And I was like, God, this dude not even that tall. But he's such a freaking ass athlete. You can dismiss that. But if
that was
you're
like
not
Allen Iverson, though. Allen Iverson was like literally.
But Allen Iverson like 6'1", though.
No, he was not. No, he was not, bro.
Listen, I just saw Allen Iverson. Hold on.
Bro, I sit right next to. I'm 6'1", fam.
I saw him
right
in
next
Vegas.
to Allen Iverson, and this dude was way shorter than me.
Well, I don't know how tall you is. I'm 5'8", and Allen Iverson is taller than me.
I'm 6'1". I stood next to this nigga. He's not tall. I'm trying to tell you, fam.
He looked about 6'1" to me.
Bro, he's not. You see what he see on
But
TV.
even that's short. though. 6'1" is short in the NBA. You follow what I'm saying? I'm 5'8". So he looked at like 6'1". I could be off. You follow what I'm saying? But anyway, he looked at 6'1" to me. But Ja Morant is definitely not 6'1".
No.
You understand what I'm saying?
He barely 6 foot.
And he's little, like little. I'm thick. I'm short, but I'm thick.
He got springs, though. He got springs. He got springs in his leg.
And the dude is so freaking athletic. It's unreal how high he gets up. And he gets up fast. It's not that he can jump high. He gets up fast. Like, he get up there fast. You know how Zion get up fast?
Before you can even attack him, he's already at the rim.
This guy's up in the air. Like,
but no. But it's the second. But it's the second jump, not the first one. It's the second. It's how he comes up off the second spring. So you're literally jumping off. You're giving it all you got on the first jump, right? Because that's how you do in basketball. You trying to block some shit, or you going up hard. You giving it all you got on the first jump, bro. When you come down, it depends on how much you got left in them legs, bro, for the second jump to come back up to get a rebound.
That's what makes Zion
or to
so
put it back
devastating.
or something like that. That's what makes people deadly in them
His
springs,
twitch,
bro, with legs.
his muscle twitch is crazy. Zion's muscle twitch is
And
crazy.
that's where John Morant crazy too, and that's why he can block 7-footers with no problem.
Yeah, and so, but my point is, I'm trying to make is that those guys were freakish. Even Allen Iverson was freakish.
No, that's what I'm saying. Literally,
ass handle. Allen Iverson had hops.
Yeah.
You know, he had, even though he didn't dunk a lot. But
Spud Webb, first freaking nation.
Well, I never seen Spud Webb actually play live, so I only seen him on TV. But like I'm saying, Allen Iverson could jump out the gym too. He had a nice hop game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He had bunnies.
but he wasn't dunking like Spud though.
No, he wasn't a show dunker. You know what I mean? Like, do all kind of freaky stuff like Spud.
No, Spud Webb was dunking, but Spud Webb was dunking the game though. Like,
but I'm saying Allen Iverson could dunk in the game. He could dunk one hand. He could dunk two hands. But what I'm saying,
he would need a long way to go to get that dunk off him. I'm trying to
not really.
Look, Allen Iverson is one of my third.
I done seen him cock. I seen Allen Iverson cock one back before. Cocked it back.
I have.
leaned,
I have. He came up off of a rebound. It was rebounded, and he jumped over the center. Yeah, and he dunked on him. I seen that one too. That's when he had the small fro. Yeah.
Right, he had the small fro. Right. Yeah. He just slowed down because his usage rate was so high. He was getting them little nicks, so he kind of slowed down with all
little
that,
nicks,
bro.
Yeah. Dude, do you know how many injuries that dude had?
He stayed bandaged up. Yeah, he stayed.
That dude had 200. He ended his career with over 200 something injuries.
Wow, that's great. I didn't know that.
He
stayed bandaged up. But he was tough. He was tough as nails. Yeah, but he was tough as nails. Yeah.
Bro, he used to go. Man, he would go right in Shaq's chest.
Yep. He always get knocked down to the ground, but he get back up. Yeah, but my point is that those guys were so freakish. You forgot that they was that short. But with Isaiah, he's a shooter. You follow what I'm saying? You can trap him, and what he gonna do? Because he ain't got handles like that.
Okay. Let me ask you this. You watched Isaiah, right? How many games have you seen Isaiah? If he's not hurt, how many games have you seen Isaiah look like crap and not shoot the ball well?
I can't remember.
I haven't
to
seen
be
that
honest
movie.
with you. Yeah, I can't remember where he just had a really horrible shooting game because he was a Boston Celtic, and I didn't really watch many Boston Celtics. But I remember him in college, and in college he would, you knew that this dude could shoot. You know what I'm saying? You knew that this dude could shoot in college. So
okay, but that's all I need though from you though in a second. Like I only need 12 points, fam. I don't need you busting out 26.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying he's. Listen, I'm not saying he should be thrown out the league based on performance. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that as a backup, you probably can get better. You can get the same amount of production from a taller player, and then you can use the. I'm just saying. I mean, it's a lot of tall players in the league, or I don't know who.
Okay, but I'm talking about tall players that's going to consistently give me 12 to 15 a night on the second unit.
Oh yeah. You can find that in
bro. It's not even too many players right now that can do that, bro.
Yeah, but that's by design. That's by design.
Dex,
if you want a player like that, you can get a player like that.
Dex. Can I say this right fast before you go? Because I'm listening to the conversation. I just want to add this to make we understand a little bit more better. But I came up, my height is 6'4.5". That's my height. You can't equate height with ability. You can't. My point is, you can't equate height with ability in the NBA. Just like you said, John Morant, goddamn, he's 6'2" on maybe his shoes, 6'2" in shoes, and he jumps out the gym. So
exactly.
You can't always don't be fooled by height. If that's the case, dear, you get everybody over 6'4" in the NBA. But it don't work.
It's damn near getting to that because I think this NBA is probably the tallest since like 97. I think 97 was like the tallest.
But you see how slowly they look on the paint?
Okay, right. Hey, Dex, I want to finish my point. This is my point. I'm going to make it real fair because I know I'm taking up a lot of time. I know I talk real slow. I'm trying to speed it up.
No, you good, Vern. You good.
You good.
Thank you, Dex. Hey, look, Dex, when I came up in grade school and in high school, I came up with two players that you familiar with. You might be familiar. We talk about Isaiah Thomas. When I came up, Isaiah Thomas playing in the city out there in Chicago. It was another dude that was fast All-American named Ray McCoy. He played on the same high school team I played on, and grade school team I played on. Also, Craig Hodges. Craig Hodges was behind.
Yeah, I'm familiar with Craig Hodges.
Okay, listen. We was all in the same grade school. We was in junior high school. And the coach that said to us, 2 of y'all going to go to the NBA. He wasn't wrong, Dex. Nope, he was wrong because Raymond didn't go. Raymond was the best one. He was a 5-star All-American. He was better than Isaiah. He gave Isaiah the business. And they came out the same year, 79. But he gave Isaiah the business, though. But Ray didn't make it because, what's his name out there, DePaul, that coach, Daly, whatever his name is, put his ass on the bench because Raymond was getting paid out there when he was in San Francisco with what's his name, Quentin Daly, when they did that rape.
Yeah, Quentin Daly.
So he came back and told everything. He told everything and put it in the paper. So that messed his chances up right there because what's his name, that coach, Ray Myers, put his butt on the bench so fast, put him all the way. And that's when what's his name started shining out there, Mark Aguirre.
Mark Aguirre.
Yeah, and what's his name, the other one, Cummins, and what's his name, Skip
Terry
Dillon.
Cummins.
And Skip Dillon.
Terry Cummins.
Skip Dillon got that spot. You see what I mean?
I'm not familiar with him though.
What I mean is about this, Dex. It's about talent. It ain't about height. That's my point.
No, I'm not saying it's about height. You can't, because height is something you can't teach. So a lot, you know, but it's always this is the axiom right here. This is the NBA axiom. If you have a short, fast player and you have a tall, fast player, get the tall, fast player.
Well, that might not always equate to bucket.
I don't think so.
That might not always equate.
That's an old NBA axiom, and it holds true right now. If you have a short, fast player and you have a tall, fast player, you get the tall, fast player.
But Norm Nixon literally used to make people look stupid.
Listen, you didn't hear what I just said, though. If you have a short, you have a short, fast player. Now, this is you in the draft. You have a short, a short, fast player, and you have a tall, fast player. Basically, what I'm saying is, if the talents are equal, you get the height. You go with the height. That's all the thing I'm saying. That's what the axiom means. That's all I'm saying.
That Magic Johnson.
Because you can't teach height. One thing you can't teach is height. You can't teach that. Height and speed, you can't teach that. Either you got it or you don't. Everything else in between that, you can teach. So that's why they say if you have a short player, a tall player, and they both kind of equal in skill, you go with the tall player. Unless it's your son.
I agree, Dex.
Yo, we about to get up out of here.
All right.
We had ourselves a hell of a night, man. Y'all take it easy, man. It's Flight Sports TV. We're gonna
salute everybody. We love you, chat.
Man.
Good looking. Thanks for rocking with us.
Hit that like button. Peace out.
Hit that like button.
Flight Sports TV, man.
That's what everybody get up out.
Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
I said, Flight Sports TV.